Okay, so we are back after a few weeks away for our D&D game. It is session number 165, or Phase 3, Season 3, Episode 21. And the characters are not sure what the game date is.
It's the fun thing about being in the Hollow World. We don't know what day it is.
Well,
we even ship data.
Well, you've been given an approximation on how to tell time, but that doesn't actually tell you at what point you started to learn that. Had you been here a day? Had you been here a week?
We could try to guess based off our memory, but it's not going to be great.
Because most things require an actual way to measure. And all of you had learnt to measure via shadows and light.
And there is just constant light in those shadows.
There are shadows, but the shadows come with consequences here. As they are so rare, all the things that exist in shadow are always there.
Yup.
So we are back with, at the table, we'll start with Akesoli.
Hello, I am playing Krupa Lani Aokai. She goes by Lani. All the fun titles, most recently being called Plague Bearer, and was previously called the Everlasting Snack, and a couple other fun little nicknames there where it's definitely people playing a joke on her. But it's a fun time. We enjoy it. Fighter person who tries to hit all the things. Currently definitely not cursed. And yeah, there's a lot going on, but it's a fun time.
Well, hey, considering no matter what happens, you don't die.
Whether or not that's a good thing it remains to be seen. So,
which brings us to Martin.
So I'm playing Rakash Yarjirat, the Silver Dragon Morn. He's got the sailor background. I don't think there's some sea, but anyway.
Well, where you where you came from would have been sea, but there's no sea here.
So Path of the Water, and he's a berserker of the Tempest. That's all right.
But there is a huge ocean area of the Hollow World, as there is on the Outer World.
Okay.
Though I am slowly putting in most of the details so people can search that stuff.
Cool.
I just don't have a category for anything larger than a lake yet. Next at the table we have is Grant.
Playing Michael O'Shaughnessy, also known as the old bastard, an old soldier, enough said.
Also generally referred to as Father Pat.
And he's got half a leg. But
he's got a full leg.
Right.
And another half leg. He has only got one half leg. That would make life really interesting because the whole time going in circles.
That's a good sound.
Yes, hello. You've just made it in time.
Now, online today we have Paul.
Who is Paul, the diplomat, healer, pretty boy, and occasional machine gun.
Which helps when it works.
Yeah.
And managing to make it during introductions is Rhiannon.
Hi, I'm playing Shizuyo.
Yeah.
The research-obsessed winter form of Seika, who actually works really well right now because I've been binging Bones. But doesn't particularly like the Hollow World.
You just need to binge Castle after that.
Oh yeah, that's my next one. I figure I can just channel Temperance and Zach Addy.
I've actually even got some of the Castle books if you've ever bothered.
I haven't read those.
Sorry?
I haven't read those. It might be
They're not the
interesting.
world's best books.
Oh, they wouldn't be.
But this is the ones he wrote. This is the
I'm using this one.
ones he wrote.
Right.
So they're not the Castle storyline. They're the.
They wouldn't be the best books.
They're the ones that Mr. Castle ostensibly wrote.
Ah, got it.
They are amusing.
They are abusive.
But
It's the
hey,
characters' books.
there are worse things you could be reading,
Fun.
including the biographies of the things like the current American president.
Yeah.
On the flip side, I just got a student who is a Year 7 student, and his first text ever in high school was Of Mice and Men.
You know what?
For a Year 7 student.
Not bad.
Bloody hell!
That's pretty good.
I'm not saying it's a bad
Well,
text, but for a Year 7?
Yeah.
There's
It's
a
a
lot of
choice.
death and violence in it, but
So I'm reeling a little from that. But that's okay. He's doing Much Ado About Nothing next, so
Better.
still not necessarily a Year 7 text in my mind. But there
No,
you go.
much about nothing.
Some people change their opinions on what they give people.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew many of my teachers who thought fantasy was beneath them.
Oh yeah, I wrote an entire. I had that at uni and wrote an entire essay. Got my first high distinction by telling them that it's full of shit.
Because that's exactly what they hear.
Australian fiction is more than Tim Winton.
Yes, it's Major Patterson.
As much as I would love to continue this academic discussion to get me into the headspace of Shizio,
So would someone like to do what they remember of where we're up to?
I had a Triceratops. That's about all.
I wasn't
Top
there last
big.
session, so I actually don't know.
Okay.
And it was yummy.
So, from what I got, we had made our friends with the Lizard Folk camp, all that stuff, and they recommended us going to the Stoned Elves next over.
The Stoned Elves.
Very specifically.
So, your elf.
Yes.
Say
Right.
stone elves or stone?
Stoned.
With an ED. Or at least that's how I wrote it.
Which is fairly accurate.
Yeah, so you go there, and it's a very peaceful forest, very wild, untouched, no paths, just peace. And, like, we're there, and you kind of don't really notice it at first, but there's just elves hanging out, not moving, not doing anything, just chilling.
These are the peace elves that
These are the
helped
peace elves.
that helped the halflings,
Who
right?
actually have moss and mushrooms growing off them.
Yeah, growing off of them. And even the animals, even like the
So
ones
they're not
that are
going
meant to be
hills.
predators and prey, everybody's chill. Everybody's having a
So
great
it's
time.
I cannot remember the name of your character, but it's your
Ru-
character.
Ruby, but Ruby would be the hyperactive ADHD 3-year-old compared to these guys.
Wow. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, like legitimately wouldn't even look in our direction, not moving.
That feels like there's something wrong.
You
there.
could literally run one of them through, and they wouldn't even
wouldn't do anything.
try to stop you.
That feels like there's something iffy about this space.
Everybody was cool. We met up with somebody there named Yem, who was known to us through discussions with Dimitri. Will introduces us to Yem, saying that we're coming to seek knowledge, trying to find Lightbringers. And Yem gives us the knowledge that the lighthouse is on top of the tallest peak, and in order to travel, we have to learn the path ourselves. No one can tell you it, no one can show you it, you have to learn it yourself.
Okay.
That is the whole point of the lighthouse, seeking knowledge, all that fun stuff. So, this is where Calcurx rejoins us. She thankfully got to meet her brother, and
Shiny one. Yay.
yay, it was exciting. So
It's Monday night. Shiny one. Yay.
shiny one. So yeah. So we all take our time to journal what our travels to learn about the lighthouse. And from there, that's how we kind of figure out what our path is. Kind of like a little bit like a...
So we've lost.
Kind of like a... Putting the secret, conceptualizing, putting it out there in order to get there.
So we've asked Shizio to document her learning process.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we have to... We're documenting this because the idea is that we are going to give our document of learning how to find the lighthouse as part of our contribution to the lighthouse in order to be accepted into it.
Because the journey is the only way you gain entry.
So, Lonnie's writing hers as a comedy. So going on, we come to the river because we leave the Stone Elves and all that stuff. Here's some interesting rumors about this one weird wood elf that ended up down here named Ruby. What? He's weird. He's a fun time. And so we encounter various cultures, learn how to read time while we're here. Across the river, we find creatures of an unusual size. There's dinosaur bells on the other side. On the other side, there's a big, perpetual, massive thunderstorm. And I missed some notes. But anyway, there's ritual chanting. We go encounter it, and there is a full-on ritual where there's different forms of element stuff going on. Primarily, there are people who end up sacrificed, in a way. They willingly participated in this. Being consumed by entropy. Other people gain their power or their element through this ritual. Everybody contributes into it knowing that there is a chance that you will be taken. Is what we learned. We tried our best to really talk with them, because what we came to realize is that this is a Nithian culture? No, yes.
It is pretty much the root of all the human cultures.
Yeah. So basically this is very much caveman-ish.
The one just after cavemen.
Yeah, exactly.
So the first nomadic tribes.
Yeah. So, in our attempts to communicate, we do learn that we can't share knowledge, can't teach them anything, all that stuff, because that's the whole point of the Hollow World. They can't learn anything outside of what their culture knows. We learn about their test for taking on a spirit element. This is how humans take on elements over time. Through this, we witness a little bit of a challenge of the people who now have this elemental power challenging us to a little bit of a show off your talents kind of deal. So that was kind of interesting. There's a group of initiates versus one elder, and then we participated in some of the challenges. Calcrips, Lonnie, and Father Pat all wrestle. Llewell does elemental battles, Rick earth balls. We all do other various tests and things like that.
If Shizio was doing something, she would do a lecture breakdown of how to build it.
Yeah. So through all of this, they then give us mounts for our travels, which is helpful because we have to go very far. We all talked about what our various mounts were. I didn't write everyone's down. All I know is that I got a saber-tooth tiger, and that was cool. And now
What
we
were
can
the
go
options?
visit. Think anything from dinosaurs to pre-Ice Age.
I got a Triceratops.
So
And I believe it was player choice.
yeah.
Yes.
So pretty much you can kind of choose what you want as long as it's
The question is, it's what Shizio wants, not what I would want.
yeah. You go ahead and choose through a million years of history here about what animal you want.
So as examples, we have mountain lion, saber-toothed tiger, woolly mammoth, triceratops, megalosaurus, and giant axebeak.
I think I chose woolly mammoth.
I think you did, yeah.
We did.
I think Llewell's on the next. Who's got the XP? Someone got the
I got
XP.
a running bird.
Llewell.
Yeah, I got the XP.
Lion and Calprix were on saber-tooth.
Yeah, tigers. Yeah.
I have to admit-
Calprix had the mountain lion that was was larger than the saber-tooth tiger.
Yes. Yeah.
I have to admit, Shizio would be tempted by the saber-tooth.
It was pretty cool.
Mostly because Rhiannon cannot pass up a saber-tooth. Right?
Hang on, I thought this was Shizio choosing, not Rhiannon.
Yeah, but I can't. I listened to that and I'm like, none of those are really flaring the Shizio.
So it was basically choose Ice Age creature, dinosaur creature, or bird creature. And it was, I think it was talked about how the birds were way fiercer than the rest of them.
They're prehistoric birds.
But on the computer, don't need to have people delete stuff again on me.
So what I had for what's next is where do we go next? There are other tribes of nomadic human cultures that we could go visit. Our choice was, this is what I wrote. Don't go off of this is what it's actually called. But this is what I wrote. Is either we go to see vegans, not animal affiliated earth elementals, and other elemental variants. I know a water was in there somewhere. That's all I got, and that's what I wrote down. So that was our thing, is where did we want to visit next? I believe there was discussion about visiting the
Amusingly,
water.
the AI did pull out 4 different quotes out of the session.
Yeah.
I do like that function.
One of them was, knowledge of the information has disappeared from the world, then you can't reference it at the library. If you don't know about it, you can't look for it. Then it has, saving is also destroying. It's like archaeology, it is inherently destructive. And that was in reference to the cultures.
Mm-hmm.
Your marshmallows was shocked at how good your peppermint hot
thank
chocolate
you.
was.
And then the mountain is always where it needs to be. It does exist in multiple times in reference to where you find the lighthouse.
Yep.
And then knowledge is useless without wisdom,
I like that. Those are good quotes.
which all came out of the session. Strangely enough, I think they all came from me, but hey.
There are other sessions that have picked up other people.
So you start off with, you each have your mounts as you're moving through the forest. Did you actually have a consensus of which of the nether tribes you were going to head to?
I vaguely remember talking about going to the water tribe, but I don't know why that's coming up in my memory.
Well, because it's a lighthouse, that seems to be fitting.
And the lighthouse is said to be on the top of the mountain range,
Yeah.
in the highest mountain range of the world.
Right.
And it's referred to as a lighthouse because it is about the light of knowledge, not about stopping ships hitting reefs.
Well,
Oh, that's still knowledge.
You
Go, Bob.
can see what he's got that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally not distracted by finding Stone Age animals.
These people and their cleverly named thing. I kind of was almost thinking about going to the non-animal affiliated Earth tribe. I don't know how that's different from vegans. I don't know why I wrote that. I should stop being funny in my notes because it doesn't help.
Okay, so just so you know how much water there is on the Hollow World,
Yeah.
I would probably say
It's quite a bit.
it's more than 50% water.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whereas the outer world, in comparison, has a similar amount.
Yeah, sure.
But the inner one is completely different. With the, it said that the lighthouse is somewhere along that line, because that's one mountain range.
Somewhere along it. Okay.
And
the
thing is,
whole
Somewhere
thing.
over the
It
rainbow.
can be found all along that line.
Yes.
So
It
it's wherever it wants or needs to be.
Yeah. Is this the whole thing where it's just like it's in the last place you look? I'm just like, no shit. Why would you keep looking after you found it?
Because some people are weird. It's here.
might
I'll just
not
keep
have found
looking.
Just my truth may not be your truth. Father Pat will go with the flow. He's
Does Llewell have a suggestion for where you should be going?
I was going to suggest one of the ones that's already come up, so I'm going to just go with what we're going to decide. I can't think of anything special right now.
Alright. I'll make executive decision. Let's go visit.
otherwise we're not going to make a decision.
Yeah, we are not decision makers.
So what was it again? Meat, not animal related earth cult
Yep.
or water.
Because this was a animal related earth tribe.
Yep.
Because they all have
Mounts.
and they're the only group of nether who can ride animals.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the water one again?
That's my information that I have from my memory. And then I had vegans. I don't know what that means.
And the downside is that's after Idris took out the power and we stopped recording.
Yeah, that's also the problem is you just hit the power, and so there's no recording of what happened. We're going off of my ridiculous notes where I think I was tired and I just kind of like started writing sarcastically. So now I hate myself.
I wrote down what animals you had, but that's as much as I actually put down of last session besides previous.
I have a
notes.
mount. It's an Australian one.
Was that one?
What, it's not like a Leo.
Yeah, Carnifex.
Hell yeah!
A drop bear.
You were saying something, Paul?
I was about to say definitely not a wombat.
I was thinking about the giant wombat, but
Problem with the protons, they don't go terribly fast.
So what's it called?
Yeah. Don't
Pile
put
of-
it on.
So like a Leo Carnifex.
Yeah.
So
What do you
marsupial lion.
call it? Come up with a more generalistic name for it.
I think possums are supposed to come out of them.
Giant possum.
No, they're not related to possums.
Yeah.
They're kind of unique. The
Marsupial,
problem is they're an
marsupial
ambush predator. They're not going to be real good at going long distances. Pretty.
marsupial lion is the common name for.
What's that?
For like a
Yeah.
Marsupial lions.
Yeah, but they're not really a lion. They're more like
Yeah.
a leopard. So
No, that's why. Yeah, they're more leopard sized. The thing is, they're built like a tiger. They're very heavily built for their size.
Mm.
So marsupial lion it is.
Marsupial lion.
Yeah, think of something built body like build, like a koala, and then make it like most of a meter tall.
you sharp teeth.
There's a lot of beastie in there.
It's 75 centimeters tall, 1.5 meters long.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love it.
But it's all muscle. They're not not a cursorial animal.
It was either that or the giant thylacine.
Okay, and
And
we'll let
it's
Paul finish.
stronger bite than the tiger.
And it's what about the tiger?
It's got a stronger bite than a tiger.
Okay, stronger bite than a tiger. Okay, that sounds pretty impressive.
I was gonna say, makes sense if Tasmanian devils eventually came from it. So.
No, they're separate again. No, seriously, I know a bit about them. They are.
That's crazy
They
though.
are,
The fact that you guessed, I was like, what?
No, there's actually, if you're on a completely separate note, YouTube channel, Real Paleontology.
Right.
The guy specialises in it.
I like that.
Awesome.
That's cool.
I will have to look that up later.
And there are lots of different things you can watch on those stuff. So,
Yeah.
the idea was you wanted to check out the other Earth tribe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember the reason why we're searching through these tribes is that is informing our knowledge about reaching the lighthouse.
So Shizio is sitting on the back of her marsupial lion. She's got like 2 sort of bound stacks of paper. In one she's taking down everything she can find out in the Hollow World, like about the tribe and as much as she can possibly learn. In the other one, she's going into excruciating detail about the learning process and how what she's experiencing is going through and fits the pedagogical practice of learning and scholarship. And
then realizes that the non-magical sheets of paper don't last very long.
Oh
Oh.
Well, she keeps dropping when the mouse of your line keep going after food, yeah.
Chip, you're in the Netherlands. They did not invent paper or papyrus or writing.
no. Ah.
and if I tried to use my magical ones, they wouldn't.
Magical ones will last a fair amount, which is why Caprix each gave you a...
That's why we have a magic journal.
Okay, well then in the journal I'm still doing the pedagogical stuff, but she probably hasn't quite put together that her notes about...
And the
Well,
journal's
we're
name
last.
changes depending on what you're writing at. Where those who write stick figures and very little end up with really derogatory names.
Shizio's is probably a pedagogical study on the learning in the learning processes in, one of those sorts of titles.
They're the normal focus in relation to you. My study into.
Oh, but all research all research papers,
Okay, so you do hear that a majority of the Earth tribes are focused around the mountains,
That's a good place to start then.
mainly because Earth and mountains works pretty well together.
Yeah.
But then again, all the air tribes are further up the mountains, and a majority of the water tribes are in the river,
Not on the mountains.
not on the mountains.
Yeah.
What about the fire?
The fire tribes are located throughout the area because, hey, bushfires happen a lot wherever they are.
Makes sense.
Fire travels. Whoa.
And should I ask about entropy?
Entropy is all about how things die.
So they're everywhere, or they don't exist here?
They are the outcasts.
Ah,
But that's beyond the books. Do you want anything in addition to what you've got already?
You've done very well. So you should sit down.
I would like to get my socks on because my feet are really cold and my books and things. But I have to finish with all the food in the kitchen, otherwise these two who are convinced they're hobbits will be up there for second breakfast.
And third lunches and fifth dinners and so on.
In Idris's case, yeah, 11's is not 11 in the morning, it's 11th meal.
Well, he found a bag with a roll in that, ripped it apart, got the roll and started chewing the roll.
So it really is Labrador.
Unfortunately, it's got to be a queen bench policy.
actually, that's a good description of Idris.
Yeah.
Labrador.
Feline Labrador.
So yes, you are walking through the forest with your menagerie of animals.
I bet it's very entertaining to watch all of us with our random mounts.
And make sure they're not trying to eat each other.
Lani is
Yeah.
definitely drawing us in stick figure caveman type style.
I'm making this a comedy about all of the entertaining stuff that happens along the way, because Lonnie, part of her introduction when bringing in as a character, she was a ghostwriter for Drazzle. She made Drazzle's books entertaining. So she's making this one entertaining.
Yeah, you got the wrong elf for entertainment in this one.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm sure your
Any of the others would be better.
Your stuff's real dry. I'm
Yep.
sure.
I'm not kidding, like PhD thesis type.
This is where Lonnie is missing Seika a little bit, because at least Seika would give her at least a grimace, whereas just getting just from Sijit and it's like,
It's probably at the point now she's just ignoring your existence.
yeah, pretty much. So now Lonnie's just going to Calcrix for validation. I'm probably making some offhand comments to Father Pat as regards next
He's
video.
just rolling his eyes.
No.
I was going to say, I'm sure you get plenty of validation from the other party members too.
Oh, I do, from all the other ones. Shizio just doesn't like me. Not that that's what it actually is.
She
That's
doesn't
how
like
Lonnie
anybody.
That's how Lonnie feels about it. It's like
She's just not interested in
other people.
other people, or not so much other people as mundane conversation.
Yep.
It's a waste of time to take away from everybody's shit.
Yeah, she is
Basically.
thinking constantly.
Sorry, I'm just trying to put it in a position where I cook my food.
And she's just been given the job of writing a PhD doctorate worth
You
of.
didn't even know, you're right.
Do you want
Which is
some
funny.
help?
She gave herself that
I'm
assignment.
not even sure where to put it, Martin.
This is relaxing for her.
Process?
Process any of it, so it's,
Okay.
it changes it, something I do quickly, unfortunately.
Okay. Okay, so your journey through the forest is always interesting, especially considering the light rarely changes.
Yep.
Mm.
The only indication of time moving is,
The big islands.
well, getting tired.
Mm.
That's part of what she's writing
The
in her
islands in the
thesis.
sky.
Mm.
And then just getting physically tired.
She's watching different people and figuring out exhaustion rates and like.
Mm.
I was going to keep track of it as well, because if things get bad, he can fix it.
And while you have an understanding of how to track time,
Mm.
it's like being looking at a clock for the first time in your life, and someone giving you a rough understanding of what the clock does,
Yeah.
but you going, yeah, sure, I got that.
It goes around.
So did we
What does it
actually
mean?
get an understanding of how time works here, or we just learnt?
We got a general.
You learned how time works.
Well-
they told you when they pointed to things in the sky.
The land masses that are floating in the sky.
Yeah, floating sky island things.
Should
are
be
useful.
mapping that as well.
No, you meant well, but kind of in the other position, I had access to my sharpener, eraser, pencils, and just my food and stuff.
I'm sorry.
No, I feel really bad because I'm pretty much going to put it back to where it was after
Mhm.
the oil trouble of moving.
Do you want me to help you with it?
Do you want to move further?
Yeah, I was going to turn it roughly, and then I was just going to move it back.
I turned it around the other way so she doesn't
To
have to turn her
try.
neck on the side that hurts.
Yeah.
Yes, but there's tables, no anything, and the cats tend to
Is that alright? You want the back wall?
back up a bit more, so that when the back is down, I can actually take 20.
Alright.
Okay, so while you're traveling through the forest, pondering all the different ways of how you can actually reach the lighthouse, and if whatever you write will gain you entry.
Oh, Shizuyo has no concern about that whatsoever.
She's just writing.
Well, yeah, and she's fairly sure that whatever she writes will be of decent quality, so they will of course accept it because they're obviously a content of knowledge.
Did you get all that?
In the reverse world,
The real world.
so I've got a spyglass, and I can see how far.
You can see probably a couple of 100,000 miles.
Okay.
Because the limit to the real world is the curvature of the Earth.
Yes.
Whereas there is no limit here.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's still
So
a couple of thousand because you've got the interior diameter to play with.
Well, the limit is the fact that you can't see through the sun.
yes. Okay. So can I see the lighthouse?
I suggest writing that down.
I am.
That you cannot see the lighthouse through a spyglass. You have learned this knowledge.
So we need to hop, skip, and a jump.
Get to where we can, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, sort of, we've scanned 45% of the tallest peaks and come up with a fail.
You could probably say you've looked at about 75+%.
Okay.
Because
Richard asked you a dumb question. Do we actually know what the lighthouse looks like? So if we could see it, we'd recognise it.
Hey, that is a great question.
So you might have seen it, you just didn't recognise it.
It also might not be visible until you have gained the knowledge you need to enter,
Exactly. Yeah.
which would be a much more literary response to the idea, which would be any of my other characters.
And Calcrix also gained some journals of people who have travelled to the lighthouse, which people had looked at, and it states that most people reach it when it's time, even if they're not in the mountains.
What when it's time?
When they need to be there, they're there.
Oh, okay. So they intuitively know.
It's more like the lighthouse visits them.
So not quite to the Earth with you, but the lighthouse is you.
And the stories most likely have a ongoing theme of there's normally a task they need you to do for you to gain entry.
So is there any obvious task?
Well, that's normally when the lighthouse shows up.
Why do I think
Okay.
Shizio is currently
There's
theorizing
circular.
alternate
It is a bit circular.
dimensions.
But if it shows up before you've written a journal that would be accepted, there's a good chance that there is a task for you to complete. Because they always seem to find the right people for the right job.
Right.
There's currently multiple theories about what the lighthouse is, how it knows, da 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 da. She is a magic scholar, so it is the science of magic. Positing possible magic items that could be created with similar features. Sorry, I'm having fun going into my intellect state.
Yeah, there's very, very many cool things to a place like that, conceptually anyway. Hard to play with their stuff.
It's been a while since she's had a puzzle quite this fun.
Yes.
Okay, so I am going to get Lani to make an insight roll.
No, it's not time for it. No, it's not even
23.
Pretty good.
Okay, so you do notice something weird.
Yeah, what I get?
From your perspective, you actually see time start to fall upon itself.
The time knife. Okay. There's a good place reference for you. So time is folding in on itself. What does that mean to me?
You've not really experienced that sort of thing. You've seen time where people have various options
I've
and
seen
stuff happens.
multiple timelines.
And you've
but
not really traversed time on a regular basis.
No, I'm not.
Except
Big.
linearly.
I'm not a big fan of it. I've gone back and forth. I have gone mostly linearly. I don't like multiple things at once. It gets very confusing.
Do you mention it?
Well, I think I would take a moment to kind of just try to perceive more about what I'm actually seeing. Like, does it feel like danger should I proceed forward, or is this just an ongoing around?
It's like a tsunami coming your way.
Tsunami?
Tsunami, yeah.
Yep.
Getting my mouth to say the right words doesn't always.
So okay, it feels like a tsunami coming my way. Does it feel like if
You've never seen one.
Okay, gotcha. This is where I will probably stop where I'm walking and tell people, hey, something is wrong. Time is wrong. Time, time, no good. Time bad. Time folding. I don't know what that means.
I brought the wrong book. I don't have my normal stats.
I had
You're the expert on a partner, aren't you?
at least one book by
1 second, Paul.
the School of Water, I think, in Llewell. And I believe this is part of me learning a bit about time. Is any of this kind of thing mentioned in my books? I think I've got two.
Well, they do mention threats relating to time more than they do anything else for learners, because if you don't learn about the things that can kill you, then you're most likely going to have a mistake.
Yeah.
So, when Lani says time is folding, does this sound like one of the warnings I've been given?
I'm going to say it doesn't fall into the structure of your book yet,
Okay.
because it seems more of an advanced topic.
What about the things that I've talked to with Brazel about? Have you ever mentioned this?
He has not.
Can I also see if I can see what this phenomenon is and study what's going on?
Looking around, you don't perceive what Lani is seeing.
Llewell did say something.
And Paul, what was Llewell saying?
Sorry. I can't remember now.
Oh, sorry.
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 It's okay, it happens occasionally.
It was likely a comment on maybe it's something Lonnie has studied. She has studied a little bit in Yularn, but again, this sounds like something she just did basic study. This doesn't seem like anything.
Oh yeah, Lani's our time expert, aren't you?
Yeah.
You should know all that stuff.
Hey, I can't say that. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna say.
Andrea?
It's a timely knowledge to have.
I am asking Jeremy to see if he can find my Seika sheet. I've got an old one, but I don't have my latest one. And take photos of it. B.
Brazel?
Shizio
No.
is
You
a magic
person
researcher
spread them up.
in the
Sorry.
winter aspect. She would definitely have done some research on time. Would she possibly have could she try and think of all the research and stuff she's read and
Not
see if there's a
research.
connection?
Most of the research on time talks about how it's almost impossible to change the past. and most
Okay.
people who do will end up erasing themselves.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of warnings in the research about messing with time.
Some people
But it's
do it
folding
purpose,
in on
though.
itself.
So this is also where recognizing that this is the hollow world, we are moving through it. I recognizing it as a tsunami, like this whole time I haven't felt any weird time shifts moving through different areas. This is the first time I'm feeling any type of weird shift.
Can I posit something?
You can.
So, paper dissolves because this wasn't invented at the time. Each area seems to be, is very much designed to be of the time and of the place. They can't evolve, they can't learn. Is the time folding in on itself sort of like they're not in a time loop, but the area is time looped? So that there is no evolution. It is as almost a stasis chamber for this particular time and culture and stuff. I could be I'm entirely possible.
I almost
likely
wonder
wrong.
if I'm on a border now, and that's
That's sort of what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that the reason why I'm feeling time folded in on itself is that maybe this is a hollow space or border of some kind. This is where Lonnie's true non-bravery comes in.
Can I sort of stand and...
I was gonna say, how about this? I will try to perceive someone like Rakesh.
Yes. So I would like to stand to the side and see
Yeah. Lonnie.
Lani, and see how she appears.
And I will be doing.
She appears as stunning as normal.
I was going to say,
I'm glowing still.
you have never had as much attention from Shizio as you do now. She
I
is
feel-
asking for every little detail of
Oh
shifts
my
and
gosh, I
changes.
feel so
and-
validated. Okay. So. Okay, so I. Okay, I know time is passing. Whatever.
Time is fleeting. as the song goes.
I want to try to perceive the party members around me. Am I still seeing multiple states of them, other than Calgrix, of course? What am I seeing of them?
As you start looking at them, give me a perception roll.
23. Same thing.
Okay. So, as you're looking at them, they seem to age rapidly in your sight.
I've seen this multiple times. Does it feel different?
Well, there are no multiple versions of them.
Okay, so it's only one. I don't feel safe here. I want to keep moving in some direction. What direction? I don't know. I don't know if this might be a well of some kind.
It still makes me think stasis.
I'm thinking
It's trapping us in that one timeline.
something like that. So I feel like something feels wrong. I think I need to keep moving. Other than time, what physical place looks safe?
Well, you're currently in a forest moving to the mountains as the wave comes through.
Yep. I'm gonna. You know what? This doesn't feel right. I think we need to move fast. I think we need to go for mountains now.
Is it coming from the
Now,
mountains
now.
or behind us?
Well, technically it's coming from across the horizon sort of look.
Yeah. So I don't know what it is. All I know about tsunamis is high ground. Get to mountains now.
Alright, Shizio pulls out a piece of paper, just a normal piece of paper, and just puts it somewhere where it's safe that she can keep an eye on.
And what about Caltrix?
I can't remember. Does magic work here?
Not
Okay.
really.
Magic does work here, but it has problems.
So I can't enlarge. I can't.
Stack stuff that doesn't.
A lot of things you can do, yes.
Well, that's. Oh.
Yeah.
I can't remember anything that I've been told about this previously, so
It's okay.
I'm not sure what magic do. I can't remember do I try magic here or do I not because it could be bad?
There are particular types of magic that work.
Do I know what magics work here? Have I
You do know most of
figured that
abjuration.
out?
It's okay, I am trying not to talk over you. You know that abjuration works.
What's abjuration?
Things like shielding spells, protective spells.
Okay. I can't remember any of my spells right now either, so I'll have to have a think. Or just one. I can't remember anything.
Okay, so as only one of you can actually see where things are coming from.
Yep.
It's hard for everyone else to run.
Does it mean
I
we
will
have
tell
to-
them to follow me.
Yes.
I mean, I'm following.
Yeah. So
I'm grabbing onto the woolly mammoth.
so I'll tell them to follow me because if I can kind of like perceive like looking as if it's like a thing coming a certain way, then I want to run away from that. And I'll tell everyone that I don't know where we are. It's dangerous. You guys follow me now. That way.
Okay.
Towards mountains.
On you.
Shizuyo is actually reluctant and is sort of trailing behind you, sort of hoping to be caught to figure out what's going on.
I will yell at you to follow me now.
Oh, I'm following.
I'll put
Just
on
at
my
the
big-
back of the party.
I'll put on my big girl voice until you move.
Very tempted to grab Shizuyo by the collar and point her
Oh,
away.
I'm following. I'm just at the back of the party.
Yeah. Well, each to their own.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna run till I feel whatever has passed, or I feel as if we are in a safe spot and try to perceive what is happening again. Yeah.
Okay, so as you're moving, you feel the wave of time folding pass over you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where your perception changes yet again.
Yep.
As you know that 6 months have passed.
Great. Awesome.
That's a damn good paper you've written.
Has my notes and everything changed, or am I still?
For you, 6 months have passed. You've done 6 months of stuff. You've been travelling the whole world for 6 months with the group.
And I have extensive notes of the whole time.
Yes.
Excellent.
What about the rest of us? We just.
So what? I have an internal clock. That's what this is.
Well, you know 6 months have passed, but you
Yeah.
don't actually...
I don't know what.
You don't remember experiencing the 6 months.
Yeah.
And
So-
the rest of us remember experiencing it? Or
Okay,
not?
so this
Yes,
is what.
the rest of you haven't...
Don't know anything.
Judging from
You've been here for days.
the floating islands,
What do they mean?
have they moved?
They have, but I think
Technically, your characters have had 6 months of doing stuff.
What's been
So
happening with
floating
Rani in that
islands have
time?
been moving.
Oh no, we've been doing. It's perceptual time jump ish thing. 6 months have happened. We just happen to be here exactly where we are now 6 months later.
Shizuyo may have had to see if she can find more magic books.
Is this where I have to almost almost think like was this a natural magical phenomenon, or was this perhaps Cronus's intervention of potentially just giving a warning of what time has actually occurred? So I will tell the party alright, well, things have happened.
Well, as you're looking around, you're not in the same space you were in before.
Oh.
I mean, yes.
You're in some sort of courtyard.
Things have happened.
Things
what
have-
are you talking
things
about? Well, lots of things happened.
So
Are you
We've
looking
been
up?
here for months.
we are
And,
here now.
and can you see the lighthouse?
We are in a courtyard. We are looking around.
Of course, we're in a courtyard. We worked hard to get here.
And Llewell seems to be in conversation with some people you haven't met before.
You know the funny part about this? Could definitely be people that I've met before, and I would just normally not remember it anyway. So this has maybe nothing to do with time. Okay, funny.
Did you eat something at the Stoned Elves?
Maybe.
You don't put it past Lonnie.
Yeah, Lonnie would. So we're in a courtyard. Llewell is talking to people. What kind of people do they look like?
Well, they look very much like scholars.
Convenient. Love that.
Of various races.
Can I look at my journal that I was writing? Does it look filled out?
Looking at it, there's this point where you wrote what happened from what you remember, and then it's just blank. Apparently, you can't know what you haven't done yet.
Accurate. Okay. Okay. So, I am perceiving as much as possible about the environment around me. It is a courtyard. I was talking to scholar-looking people. My thingy doesn't look filled out quite yet. I want to... Okay. I want to try to perceive, asking Miss Smarty Pants over here, how did we, what was our biggest breakthrough to get here?
She pulls out. Did I get more magic books?
Possibly.
Because
There's a lot of stuff that could have happened. Yes.
She would have pulled out if she would have filled multiple journals at this point. So she will pull out as many of those as she has and hand them to you and say, "Do the research."
I don't like reading.
Can I come up with a summary of what has happened, or point out the point, like what gave us the breakthrough to get here?
Well, you haven't really had a breakthrough.
We just got here.
Llewell is just talking to some people.
Yeah.
So
where is here, as far as we're aware?
It's just a settlement you're traveling through.
Why is here important? It's just another settlement.
I don't believe that I'm experiencing time at the same time right now.
We went over this 6 months ago.
Yeah.
You ate something weird, and then you felt there was a tsunami coming, and nothing happened.
Yeah. No, this is it. This happened. This is it. So, I can't talk anymore, because I'm not allowed to say things according to the time spiders.
I mean, I understand you don't want to be chased by the time spiders, but you're going to have to be a bit more specific.
Nope, that's it.
I mean, you have been very uninteresting in the last 6 months, and this is suddenly something more interesting again.
As I said,
So, what do you remember from the last 6
What
months?
are
How
the
do
time
you remember
spiders?
us getting here?
The time spiders is something that Lonnie vaguely knows about, that should she do anything to disrupt the flow of time, that there are creatures of time that will come to erase you from
eat you all
time.
up.
Right.
Lonnie likes to call them time spiders.
Okay.
Paradox enders.
Yeah.
The time is that the gods are scared of.
Yeah, it's something that Lonnie hasn't perceived them herself yet. She just knows stories of these things, and Lonnie just put a name to
Yes.
it.
Is actually worse things that come after the time spiders if you escape the time spiders.
Yeah.
No, like, she's trying to figure out, okay, so if you are having problems with your memory, or if you're saying that this is connected to then, what do you last remember?
That.
You have no memory of the last 6 months.
Nope.
Interesting. the latest of the journals, getting some notes in it. Nothing special. We are just here to talk to some scholars.
And unlike the rest of you, Lani doesn't look like she's aged that time either.
I mean, I'm an elf. How much do I age in 6 months?
I'm a human. You would notice a human aging.
Yeah.
Well, if nothing else,
still
the
not
bees
huge
would grow.
amounts.
Hair grows, hair changes, clothes get dirty or worn.
You look exactly the same way you did 6 months ago.
Yep.
Is this a revert back in the time she's been with us in 6 months? Has she changed in any way, shape, or form?
You haven't really noticed anything about Lani in the last 6 months.
As I said, she's been uninteresting.
But
The whole world's uninteresting.
is my mammoth still
Oh no, many
here?
aspects of the world are
That
very
is a
interesting.
very important question. Do we still have our mounts?
I believe your mounts are on the outside of town.
Our mount's hungry because that doesn't work for 6 months. In which case, come back and find.
I'm
Skeletal remains.
I'm sure we would know if some of our mounts were hungry.
I will probably listen to Llewell talking with this scholar now.
Okay. So you do hear Scholar say, thank God you're here. Apparently, Llewell was expected.
Okay.
I was. Okay.
And you have no idea why you're expected.
Yeah, I have no hint of it whatsoever.
Though you do have a memory of someone telling you, you're not exactly sure who, to come here.
Right. So someone hinted at me that I'm going to be here, and now I'm here, and they know I'm here.
Based off of
And
what
they're intensely grateful for the fact that you're here.
I was gonna say, based off of what I've perceived of Llewell talking and his own memory coming up, because I know Llewell at this point. This is where I now look at Rakesh. I'm like, Rakesh, how did we get here?
I don't know.
See, now this is how I know that Sushio is messing with me.
What? I was told I have memories of 6 months.
Oh no, you probably do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you might have memories for 6 months, but we've not been here for 6 months, and
No.
we lost them.
Oh no,
We've
this,
moved around.
this is going with Lonnie.
So, despite the fact that
Having
Shizio is humorless and
Yes,
is not messing with you in any way, shape, or form, you have now interpreted it to be
100%.
alright.
Because it's funny.
Yes. I agree.
Oh, it is. I'm just like I couldn't tell you the details because I don't know the details.
So it sounds to me, it's sounding like each of you are having vague memories, whereas I am just like I was there and now I'm here. So, from what I can tell so far, I haven't interacted with other people quite yet, but that's what I'm picking up.
So at the moment, you think that uncharacteristically, and despite all evidence, Shizio is messing with you.
Yes. This is more. Lonnie doesn't believe that Shizio is doing it intentionally, but this is a personality trait of Shizio. So that's what I'm perceiving.
Okay, so from the other character's perspective, most of the 6 months has been traveling from tribe to tribe, moving along the mountain range, because that's roughly where you believed things were going to be. Until you reached what is known as the Oltec culture.
Oltec?
Yep. Who was one of the ancestors of the Atruaghin.
Yep.
Right.
And Llewell managed to spot a symbol he was told to look out for. It's
What was the symbol of? Does it mean anything specific?
a stylized torch that's referred to as belonging to the lantern bearers.
Right, so it's presumably specifically of the tower.
Yes, it is. Each of those are said to be members of the lighthouse.
So the lighthouse is not is a thing. It's not a thing. It's an organisation. Or you get impression.
All of the above.
It's
My
yeah.
head hurts. I'm a
Like,
simple soldier.
I was gonna say if you want to go with
You probably
Game of Thrones, go with the Maesters and
You probably mentioned this once in Shizio's hearing, and then she explained the causality and her theories around what the lighthouse is and how it functions, and you zoned out fairly quickly and fell asleep. Because you're right.
Lonnie explained that it's a place where the smarty smarts keep everything there, and you have to be smart in order to get in. That's it.
That's all I need to know. That's a far better explanation.
I was gonna say this is where Lonnie, having more similar backgrounds to Father Pat and Rakesh, was probably able to not meanly, but dumb things down to make things
Again.
make sense.
Any other character,
Who are you calling
any other
dumb?
personality would have had no problem with this.
100%.
Shizio? No.
No. Which is very
Yeah,
fun.
an oversimple explanation that works is better than a correct one that doesn't.
Correct.
Exactly.
But this doesn't equate in Shizio's head. If you ask a question or want to know something, you need every single detail and possibility that will come because it has to be factual.
Exactly.
And
And I
if
don't
it's-
agree with that.
And if she doesn't entirely know, she discusses the current theories and says, but I don't know and I can't make a solid conclusion without the facts.
Yes.
But it could be this, or it could be that.
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a temporal thing, or, multi-dimensional, even though the bags of holding and stuff don't work down here, so the dimensional... And she just goes off into this, thought process.
Lonnie, I was going to say, if Lonnie remembered any of this, she probably would have asked you a question that she knew you didn't have an answer to. Just be like, hey guys, watch this.
And then this will go, poof. Don't ask her questions.
Yeah.
Oh no, I would have been rambling for the next... I would be theorizing and
And then
gathering
by-
evidence
and
and,
then by-
asking questions for 2 days.
And then I'm pretty sure by the end of it, it was like, and you asked that question on purpose.
Yeah, it would take her that long to figure it out.
Yeah.
Psychology is a soft science.
I
told you I've been watching Bones.
So, yeah, no. If Lonnie had a memory of the 6 months, she probably would have done that.
Oh, it probably happened. Which is probably why you think she's messing with you.
But to be fair, I could have been just in a pretty much just zombie state the whole time.
I think
It's
we
probably
would have
most
noticed
likely.
that.
Well, no.
No, I would have noticed that.
It would have been her probably just going about her normal.
Well, then
stuff.
yes, that wouldn't have been noticed.
Yeah. But very much not present on autopilot sort of deal.
Then yes, she would very much not notice that. If you were acting normal,
Mm-hmm.
or even some semblance of normal,
Mm.
she would have watched you carefully after that 6-month tidal wave tsunami thing,
Yeah.
and then got bored.
Hmm.
Okay, so back to Llewell.
Thank God
Um,
you're here.
It's been a little while. Who am I actually talking to? And I think it's some of the locals, isn't it?
Altec scholars?
No?
It is a scholar who looks like he may not actually be a local.
Oh, that's right. Yes, he's staying with the locals, but he's not one of them.
Mm-hmm. He is
So,
dressed. He is dressed like a local,
Yeah.
but you can tell that he is definitely not someone who was born amongst them.
Yep. I would have asked during our conversation why he's actually with these people, and also how do you persuade them to let him stay?
Well, he says you can stay with almost any culture if they think you're going to convert.
Right. I'm presuming then that some of them want it in a couple of weeks, and some of them are willing to let it wait.
Well, it depends on if they perceive you as a threat.
There's that. If you're a threat, you're probably going to be lunch meat. or something's lunch meat anyway.
So he pulls out some sort of old notebook and starts flicking through it.
Okay. I'm not going to crane my neck to read what he's flicking through, but I'm certainly thinking about the idea.
Okay, give me a perception test.
Remember how the command in Discord works.
We don't actually have any tools set up in the Discord, unfortunately.
Right, so it doesn't work right now. Okay, fine. I will get it done.
Okay. So if you need one of us to roll a dice, just let us know.
I can roll.
Yeah, if someone could roll for me, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have anything to
she's
add to
gonna
the
roll, because then we'll
D20?
discuss about the shape of the dice and
Just
every
give him the
got
result and he will tell
I
you what
have
he
no
gets.
idea what I was just asked.
Do you have like an expertise dice or something? I rolled a nat 20.
I will need. I'm checking up, but I do have at least one thing on that. I think.
Well, apparently a natural 20 will make it a lot easier for you.
Yeah, generally it would. Generally it would. Perception, I do have an expertise dice, and my skill is intelligence.
So 31 plus a d4, I believe.
So a perfectly reasonable roll then.
3 on the D4.
So at 34 on your noticing stuff. You notice quite a few things. The first thing you notice is you recognize the handwriting of the journal.
Okay, my brain hurts now.
The handwriting, it's all in Drazel's hand.
Hey, he gets everywhere.
And it's a journal of dates, locations, and people.
Right.
That's how they know where to show up.
Yeah. Because he's given them a list of what we're about to do, or where we're about to do.
Does there happen to be a symbol of the god Drazel?
There
That
is
would be
no symbol of that. No.
right. So it's the traveller vessel.
And it does have your name listed on there with a notation saying Mazakin.
Saying what, sorry?
Mazakin.
Yeah. Because the staff that is half of my sword is the staff of Mazakin. For those people who didn't know.
Right.
Are you getting it back?
That's news to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
But
was,
it's pretty uncommon stuff.
yeah, it was something that was used previously.
Isn't it veteran stuff?
No, it's a separate stuff.
Okay.
The one he got at session 16, I think it
Is that
was.
in the tomb in the Llewell?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Semi-related, yeah.
Is it the same place?
He got it in the tomb under Atruaghin's palace.
Okay, so different one.
Yeah.
And it was just the staff on its own at the time. It decided it liked me and no one else could touch it.
Okay, you see him fiddling around with a pouch and pulling out some sort of scroll.
Okay.
He hands that to you. It seems to have a symbol that makes you think of Lani, even though you've never seen Lani with that symbol.
Right, so reminiscent of water and or time.
And pirates. Always seems to have pirates.
Hey.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why it made me think of Lani, because pirates and time. There's a movie called Time Pirates.
Yeah, I know.
This is right now
It's
in
great.
my head. All that's playing is the one song with Michael Bolton and Lonely Island, Jack the Tale of Captain Jack Sparrow. That's all that's playing in my head right now. It's a dumb song. Don't recommend looking up. I'm probably gonna put it in memes later. So, hee.
Jeremy hasn't found my book. He's blind. But that's okay. I will adjust. If I have to roll anything, I'll figure it out.
Okay, so he does say that he will give you more information once the appropriate person reads the scroll.
So who that is?
He does not, because it also says that if the wrong person reads the scroll, he won't be here.
Okay. So
Where you
so is it correct? Is it right and correct for me to read this scroll now?
He
That-
just said he's going to wait for you to give the scroll to the correct person. I presume
Right,
since
sorry.
the scroll has markings on it that make you think of Lani, it is probably Lani who needs to read.
I would say it's Lani then. Yeah, sorry, missed that line.
If the wrong person reads it, Martin said, then he won't be there anymore. Which means the villager will disappear or something.
Or the wrong person may not be there. It's not clear
If the wrong-
who won't
if
be
the wrong-
there.
They're out of time.
Okay.
I was going to say, when not in Rapanathak, he's not usually that picky, but we're talking time gods. Yeah,
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah, time cards are
Nowhere else has spirit guardians ever damaged my companions. I haven't used it since, though.
So I will wait for Llewell to make a decision, because of course I don't know his insight on a thingy looking like a symbol for me.
So what does Llewell choose to do?
I am going to show the symbol to Lani and ask her if she recognizes it or it has any resonance for her.
I will look at it. Does it look like something interesting to me?
It is very interesting to you.
Does it look like anything I recognize in my current memory?
No. But it does remind you of stuff you've thought about.
So it looks like something cool that I'll maybe design later.
Possibly, yes.
Yeah. Cool.
So
Cool.
apparently, from what you've just said, apparently this is for you. I'm not entirely sure when's the correct time to look at it, but that's up to you now.
Okay, so I will take the scroll from him. Did I hear what the guy said to him?
Yes, he wasn't quiet.
I'm going to watch the guy as I take it, like kind of like halfway, going to open it, see if he's moving at all, or giving any type of indication at all that that's wrong.
This is when you work out he's the world's best poker player.
Yeah, pretty much. And I was like, you know
You've
what?
become interesting again. She's ears focused.
Like this looks like a thing. It looks cool based off of what just happened to me. It makes sense that I would be the one to read this based off what he said. So I will go ahead and open it. Do the whole thing. Open it. Look at it real quick. And go ahead and read it.
Okay, so as you open it, you do notice something different.
What's different?
You're not noticing anything else moving.
Convenient. Okay. So
Not even the party's moving.
nothing is moving around.
Fine.
This okay. This is almost where I want to like test it by like closing it again and opening it again to see if time
Doesn't seem to change.
Ah, dang. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and read this because I think it's open it, read it, then maybe time will move again.
Well, looking at it, it is something that you wrote in your own handwriting.
I love it when I
as
give
the
myself
king and queen of Erendi.
yes, hell yeah. I've written
You decided to take on both roles for some reason.
I'm a guess, because I have written to myself as king before.
So, my ring of free action doesn't play a part,
Nope, because
Because you're not being held.
right?
yeah. So this is literally time has stopped for me. You guys are fine. For me, time has stopped. So okay, so I've given myself some helpful notes along the way. I love it when I give myself notes. Thank you, me.
It's congratulating you on your first time job.
Yes, awesome. I hopefully I told myself it's fine.
Not quite.
Yeah, fine.
It sort of says you'll find out the complications later.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because there's always complications.
Yep, of course.
And technically you haven't existed for the last 6 months.
You know what? Cool. Love that. Yeah. So like, it's during that.
Everyone just
just went back
perceives
to-
that you were there, but...
Yeah, I didn't exist.
Hmm.
Cool. I don't think. I don't know how that's gonna affect things. Cool. Love that. I can see how things get complicated then.
And if you explain that to Shizuyo, she'll go, "Oh, makes sense." And every now and again in the future, she'll go, "Do you exist?"
Are you sure that's you? Yes.
Okay, so I'm just writing down notes. So congrats on my first time job. You didn't exist for the past 6 months.
There will be complications later.
I'm not surprised.
Okay, so I keep reading.
And it mentions a staff that you're familiar with. As a keen staff.
Yep.
And it's suddenly in your hands.
Oh, where did I get this?
Apparently Drizzle gave it to you.
When? Haha, funny joke. Wait, I thought Drazzle had it. No. Wait,
It's
hold
not-
on. No,
Humor.
hold on.
He does have it.
No,
The last
he took it
thing-
from Llewell, and then when
In
he
the
came
battle
back, it was half in Llewell's sword. This is when he took it from Llewell.
So this is ages ago. So this is
Yeah.
with the sword that got taken by.
This is the
Drazzle.
staff taken by Drazzle
Okay.
before putting into the sword.
Yeah.
Is this the staff that you had to choose between the staff and the sword at the tree?
No.
No.
Okay.
Because I didn't get a choice about the staff. Because Drazzle disappeared with the staff and the sword and came back, and the sword looked different because it was now had always been its new shape, and had half the staff of Mesakine in it.
Okay, because I remember the vision of which he had the staff.
Yep. Because he had the staff at some point, and he was taken with the Moonblade, and then when he came back, it was always in the Moonblade. This is the part when it
I'm
wasn't
just
that.
Imagining, I'm remembering when this party was taken into Drazzle's cart.
It's been a couple times.
No, with me in it. Remember when I exploded the world
Yep.
and floated in space?
Before that.
There was a vision of Llewell choosing the staff instead of the sword when he summoned all of Elves' champions, heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep track.
How things could have gone badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just asking if it's that's the same staff. But
It
if
is technically the same stuff.
okay, cool.
So, okay, so I now have this in my hand, which Drazzle gave it to me at some point.
And you know it's after it was in the sword.
It was after it was in the sword? Drazzle. Me. Why? Okay. This is doesn't make any sense.
Because you're the time wizard.
And technically, he's still fighting with the sword, with the master with the sword at this point in time.
And he's also fighting with the staff, separate from the sword at this time.
Yeah.
This is where, like, I was like, Jazzle, dude,
I'm having fun with this, sorry.
this is ridiculous.
This is like when I do philosophical questions with my students and slowly watch these teenage brains break.
Just explode.
Well, opposed to sharpening his sword because it's easier. Focus something to focus on.
Yeah. So it was given to me by Jazzle, but this is after it was in the sword.
I said post sword, given by Drazel, was Llewell's staff post sword.
It was Llewell's staff pre-sword.
Okay. Does my note say anything about why I have it?
Nope.
Did I give myself any other clues?
Not at all.
Cool. Love
And
that.
once you get to that point in the letter, it has that, sort of symbol you'd like to write down with its jokes on you sort of symbol.
Yeah. No, that sounds about right. So.
And then time seems to start up for everyone else.
Cool. Cool. Do I
But
still
we
have...
don't notice anything's happened, so...
You notice
She has
that
staff.
Lani went to open a scroll, didn't open it, and instead is holding a staff. It's like a flicker.
Just...
Shizio is
It's
suddenly beside you and studying this.
That's where I'm holding this
Father
staff.
Pat's staying as far away from it as he possibly can.
That's where I'm...
Like, she literally used one of her rogue powers to suddenly appear beside Lani.
Yeah. So this is where Lani now has this staff, and she's like, alright, I'm supposed to have this for some reason.
Do I
Well,
recognize it?
tell me everything about this thing.
You've not seen that one that clearly, except for in that vision.
Hmm.
And even then it was sort of blurred.
But I study magical artifacts.
Mm-hmm. This one is not one that's listed in any documentation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She is taking note of everything and will be listening very closely.
So that's where I'm now looking at Llewell, who just handed me the thing. Llewell, I have this thing
Yeah.
now. Tell me everything about this staff.
I will tell you everything I learnt about the staff, considering that early on I spent 4 weeks of downtime doing research on this stuff.
And
You got a
Shizio is
lot.
busily taking notes.
And so the main thing is the staff is referred to as a key in
Yep.
most of Llewell's notes. Just that he was also told if you put it in the wrong lock, bad things would happen.
The original info I had on that was basically it's for when I'm about level 15. It has to go into the right location to activate the thing properly, and it's a dimensional key of some kind. And if I put it in the wrong place or do the wrong thing with it, I just flat out disappear. Which sounds like a time effect.
Okay.
Here's quiet mumbling from Shizio as she's like, the fact that it's happening now, I posit that, this might be a lock into the lighthouse, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's like she has a holographic board in front of her. She's linking that to that, and da-da-da.
Bit of chalk.
Okay. So... That's where I'm just talking out loud with the party. Is the scholar dude still there?
He's still there.
Okay, so I read it. I got it. I will ask him. You sounded quite, I guess, excited that Llewell and we were here and that you were able to give this to us. Is there anything further now that
He
his
says-
task is complete?
He says, well, you didn't die, so that's a good thing.
It's usually good. I do enjoy that.
Although
Always up to
you
your
can't
experiences.
die.
Well, I flicker.
Have you done that in front of Shizuo yet?
Not in front of Shizuo, no.
Mm.
I don't intend to. I don't like dying. It hurts.
Okay, I've got a question, Martin.
Yep.
Does my present knowledge of portalology, help with knowledge of the Staff of Magicking, considering what it's for? Because I've learnt a lot since I first got that thing.
It does. The Staff of Mazikeen is actually considered an object of the portal craft.
Of what, sorry?
It is a artifact that works with the portal craft.
Okay. I'm circle free, so I've probably still got some more to learn.
Basically, you have learnt that with these staff you can create your own demi-plane.
Cool.
Ooh! Ooh! Nice little home away from home.
So
Away from my bloody sister.
So that is more of a higher level circle, but hey, the ability to create your own plane of existence with setting its rules.
Sounds like somebody's done this to create the
idea
lighthouse.
Could you repeat that, Paul?
I'm liking this idea rather a lot.
Mm-hmm.
This is where Lonnie's very worried about Drazzle giving this to Lonnie. But then again, it could just be that was the easiest way to transfer it, is give it to Lonnie to have it with the party. But then again, I didn't give myself very clear notes.
I mean, it's
ha,
you.
Ha, 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 ha. I didn't give myself very clear notes as to, am I supposed to have this? Are other people supposed to have this? Is it cool if I just give it back to Llewell? Because usually when I have things that hit things, I hit things with the things, and I don't think I'm supposed to hit things with this thing.
Well, you also know that if you wrote it down, you made a prophecy.
Exactly.
So while you think about what you're doing, I'm going to duck to the bathroom.
No worries.
I can just see Lani with a weapon effect on one of her weapons that is functionally a dismissal, that is actually you're knocking them into next week, literally.
There is
Now
a
I
spell
need
called
that.
Portals.
no, I almost need that. Knocking somebody into next week.
A more advanced time-based version of Portals.
That would be very funny.
Yeah. Yes. Time portals. Yeah, the gods don't like those. That's what time spiders are for.
Give people to the time spiders.
But hey, portology does do weird stuff.
I mean, it makes sense. You're not a magic user.
No.
It makes sense to go Llewell.
Yeah.
But he did give it to you. He could have just given it to Llewell.
I almost wonder that the way the stuff had to be transported is Drazzle would have given it to future Lonnie to give to past Lonnie. Because that was the only way to get it to where it is now. Through whatever nonsense that I did with the scroll.
That you forgot to write down about.
So the scholar couldn't just give the staff to Llewell.
No. Why would he have it? Is the question.
True.
The
It could be a summoning
staff
scroll.
Probably can only get passed through
I-
time. So even if Drazzle wanted to give it to Llewell
couldn't,
can't
yeah.
move through time, but Lani can.
Yeah, I'm just sort of
so it
making
almost
sure
feels
we
like,
clarify
Yeah.
why it would have to go through Lonnie.
I would think it's only because Lonnie could reach through time to grab it.
But surely
Yeah.
Lani would have
Yeah.
written herself a note telling her, you need to give this stuff to someone.
Oh no, because then I make a prophecy.
Yeah.
You might have at least written yourself a clue, like, give this to the person who knows the most about this, or to the person you last knew to be carrying half of this.
I feel like I need to come up with like a system to write stick figures to myself that make the most innocent prophecies possible.
You have a stick figure of Lani
Because I know
handing
it
a stick figure.
will say.
Even
It
just
still
a
makes
stick figure
prophecies.
handing a stick figure to somebody.
Yeah.
Handing the staff to another stick
But
figure.
you have learned that any prophecy is dangerous.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, that's why I can't necessarily tell myself what to do. I could just be like, "Hey, you did it. Good job."
Okay, there you go. Then you draw a picture of you being congratulated afterwards for having given it to them. That's not a prophecy.
No, it's a prophecy.
It's a prophecy of the
if it hasn't
congratulations.
already occurred onto the timeline.
Ah, but it's the future tense, so it's
It
not a
has
prophecy.
no. If it's a future tense, it has to happen on the current timeline because I can only congratulate myself onto what has happened on the past timeline within what has occurred in my
All right,
present.
just trying to help you out.
Okay. Did you say that the staff wouldn't let anyone else touch it?
That's what Llewell said.
Did Llewell... So the staff wouldn't let anyone else touch it, Llewell?
Haha, I'm touching it.
When I got it, and no one else was capable of touching it, it went through them, or their hands went through it. It could only be picked up or carried by me.
Okay, if
Yeah.
this is mentioned while we're debating, Shizio tries to touch the staff.
Your finger goes through it.
Okay,
Okay.
so
It's definitely Lani's and only Lani's.
she suggests that maybe we should experiment by people trying to touch the staff. If Llewell can touch the staff, maybe the staff is supposed to go to Llewell. If Llewell
Who are you
can't,
trying to work?
it's Lani.
No what? Not gonna happen. This is where Lonnie do the whole boop. No, not doing that. This Lonnie will probably try first to hand the staff to Llewell to see what happens.
Does Llewell grab the staff?
I will try to.
Okay, you feel your hands wrap around the staff.
I will hand it off to him.
Okay.
You notice that
Yeah.
there is lots of damage along the staff.
Yeah, I do
You
that.
hit people with.
Well, yeah, that's right. So that's the hitting end.
No, along the length of it, I said.
Oh, I thought
Sorry,
you
there
did.
is damage on the staff, or is it suddenly now there because I've touched it?
No, there seems to have been there. As you got closer, you saw it on the staff.
Oh, okay. So it's not new. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm wondering whether it's actually safe for me to hold this because my sword still has part of this in it.
Which you don't currently have.
Yeah, true. Drazzle
That's a
has
good
your sword.
point. I don't personally have the sword. Yeah.
This is just where Lonnie knows that what this staff power has, and she would feel much better if somebody who knows something about those things is the one carrying said staff.
Fair enough. And I know its powers as well. I know it's
Exactly.
a good amount of it anyway.
Exactly. Because like if this is something that can go create a demi-plane, Lonnie doesn't want to accidentally do something that breaks it or puts it into the wrong spot accidentally.
Technically,
You sure
Lani
those
could-
claws on your hands?
So technically, if Lani used the staff, she could pretty much create a plane of existence that had doors to the entirety of time.
Hell yeah.
She could do all sorts of really scary things with it.
Most likely.
You sure those claws on your hands? Did you use the hand?
I still have those claws.
So how are you handling the staff?
Oh, it's about intent, remember?
Yeah, it's bad intent. I'm not intending to destroy anything.
No, but how, if you've got claws on your hands, how are you handling the staff? That's what I'm
She's
trying-
learned how to deal with the claws.
It's like when you have acrylics on. You just have to
Never understand that.
you learn to use your fingertips a lot more. So
Just checking.
yeah, no, that's
I used to work with somebody who had acrylics and
Like
she couldn't
long
type. It
nails.
was like,
yeah, because you have to like type like this instead.
it was insane.
Yeah.
I never understood it.
You don't use your fingertips, you use the point of the acrylic.
Oh,
It's
if you
like holding a pencil to tap.
Oh, if you do it that way.
It just seems annoying.
It is annoying.
Anyway, Llewell has staff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As long as the world didn't explode and I'm not perceiving any more time shifts,
Mm-hmm.
I feel
No.
okay with this.
And one thing Llewell does notice is the staff does seem to be very depleted.
Yeah, given. Yeah, so, yeah, Drazel's been using this sucker hard.
And it's probably been used to block some attacks.
From the master.
And yes, he's been using it as as a combat weapon, which it's not really designed for.
What's
Okay.
that snack box?
Plus, you've not known anything that could actually damage the staff in this way.
Yeah, it's an artifact. It's not supposed to be able to be damaged at all, except by something that can actually destroy it.
Okay, so now that you have the staff, the scholar does say that. He says that you appear to be ready for the task he was assigned to give you.
Okay. So there is some knowledge I need to actually be able to apply this thing correctly. What does it need to go?
He says
Is
what
there
he,
anything else?
what he needs you to do is there is a problem with a dimensional space. And his instructions were that you were the best people to deal with it.
Okay, so I need this to get in there. Oh. Right, okay, Mum, do I have enough knowledge from my research to know how to use this thing as a portal key correctly and safely?
You have learnt that it can be a generic portal key.
Ooh. Yeah.
So there-
what did the scholar say?
So now I need to know where the entrance to where we need to go is, unless it's something I can create from wherever I happen to be.
So the scholar said he needs this tool to help them with a dimensional space.
Okay, is there a place this needs to happen then?
There is.
Do you have a description of where to go to or a map for it, please?
Okay, so he pulls out a book.
Okay.
He hands this to you. It's called The Joy of Extra-Dimensional Spaces.
Okay.
Who's the
Right.
author?
I'd love to read the whole thing. Okay. Question: is this book to go with the staff, or do I have to give this back?
He says this book needs to be returned to the lighthouse.
Excellent. It gives me time to read this thing.
Yeah, Shizio is going to be trying to steal. Looks at it at times.
I'm fully expecting, 100% expecting you to be hanging over my shoulder
Oh yeah.
while I'm. What I'm going to do first, though, is look through the bits of it that I need to know to use the start correctly.
What's happening, Paul? She's just looking over the shoulder saying, well, come on, hurry up, turn the page.
What's taking you so long? I finished minutes ago.
Okay, yeah, I think I may be reading faster than she is, but I'm looking for specific stuff, that's the thing.
And as you look at it, you realise that the profile on it does sort of resemble your father.
Ah, okay. Yes, that's getting rather interesting.
Which might mean that it's Llewell in the future.
He's okay. This picture is of someone who's, I'm presuming, got a different image on his face, or different tattoo on his face than I've got.
It has no tattoo. Has no tattoo shown on the face because it is more of a
Silhouette?
brass sort of design,
okay.
and most of that doesn't show tattoos, birthmarks, colour.
Is your dad interested in portology?
Pardon?
Is your dad interested in portology?
I don't know. Possibly, although I don't know enough about him. I've met him a few times. That's it. Really.
I'm just thinking it's either your father or it's you from the future. And it does sort of sound like something that Llewell would write.
It's true.
And you turning, you might look like your father as you get older.
Yeah, give me like 5 centuries and I'll get there.
Opening the book and looking at it, it seems that it was written over 1,000 years ago. By you.
By Llewell.
This may actually be my father.
No,
By you.
What was that?
You wrote it over 1,000 years ago.
Okay, it was me. Alright.
So Llewell's
but
been handed a
we've
book that he
had
wrote
stuff
himself
like
1,000 years ago. Yep.
With discussion on how you created the portal craft.
Llewell created Portalcraft.
Okay, that's a nice little brain breaker.
What I did in my holidays.
Considering how I sort of reflexively use it all the time, yeah.
You do realise next time you're able to attend game, everybody's going to expect you to bring cake.
Yeah. Of course, there's also means like there's notes in here that I can use to improve my own portalology, because I've left stuff like that for myself.
And there's notations in your wife's hand along most of the margins.
Probably commenting about how ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, that's
Any mention of your kid?
No, there was 10 of them.
Yes. So I'm the person with a 1,000-year-old child that's not been born yet, or something. Actually, my child will have been born. I have.
I would hope so.
Yeah. There are notes on me staying home to be around the wife and kid.
Hildren has at least 5.
So we just call you Methuselah, do we, Paul?
Most of the notations are where your character's wife is correcting the mistakes of the book. With noting a lot of assumptions that the Llewell who wrote the book made.
Shizio sees this and approves of wife.
Whose name, by the way, is Lani.
No, he actually does have a wife.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Which does mean this is a draft.
Pregnant wife.
If I'm no longer around after she did that, because I'd have got this and incorporated all of that stuff and done a new book.
Maybe she did it without you knowing.
Or this is her copy,
Yep.
and she did it herself afterwards.
I'm just saying, we don't have to think that necessarily Llewell died immediately after writing this.
No.
There are other explanations.
It could be he got too busy to write the next edition.
Yep.
And said, just would you look after that, dear?
And from the phrasing of things, you think you worded the book specifically to make people figure things out for themselves.
Of course.
Right. So it's got deliberate mistakes in it, which is fair enough. It's a teaching book in that case.
As long as none of the mistakes are going to lead somebody down to disappearing themselves into an alternate
Yes,
direction.
there are some that will do that, because it is, if they're not good enough to take the next step, he doesn't want them to unmake the world.
True, it's better to unmake themselves.
There will be warnings about that, because I would not have left that out. Do not do this unless you are capable of this. If you try, you won't be capable of anything else ever.
Thou shalt count to 3. Thou shalt not count to 4, and 5 is way out.
Thou shalt not count to 2 unless immediately proceeding to 3. Yes.
Exactly.
glad to be of help.
And what is of note there in your wife's handwriting is notations on how to summon a portal in the Hollow World.
That's very specific. That's something I'm going to deliberately left for myself.
It even has a specific date written down with it.
Okay. So that does include where we need I need to do when I get.
Well, you believe the date falls somewhere around this time, not knowing exactly what date is on the outside world.
Yeah. And of course I've got no way to find out because, hey, divination spell thing works out here.
That is correct.
Are there any graves in Snowballs?
Though you do find on the last page has the sentence, if you want to know more, find me. Written in your handwriting.
Right. We okay. That
More,
that's a
find
good
me.
one. Okay, because this book is telling me, written by me, that I personally have more knowledge than the book has about what needs to be done. Maybe.
Right, and elf.
Or anyone who wants to learn more about portology needs to
Must
find
find
you
you.
specifically.
It's possible that you are in a demiplane.
Yeah, if you can find your way there, you're already well up on the portology. If you can even find it, let alone get in.
You are going to get a talking to later from Shizio about correct referencing and scientific explanation and, paper editing.
I do do that. I do that. If it's not in here, there's a reason for it.
No, it's too colloquial. Like,
Because it's a workbook for a teacher.
yeah, no, she doesn't really.
Yeah.
She thinks all workbooks should be, more like that. It's too entertaining, too colloquial,
Yeah.
too, for the masses.
Okay, all workbooks, ideally, would be able to be used without a teacher. Unless you want to teach something that actually does require a teacher to work properly.
I know. Shizio doesn't think of it that way.
No, it's fair enough. But yeah, there are reasons to do it this way.
Oh, I know. It's just...
One of the secret paths to it, basically. And I could do another one. Give me 10 minutes.
She would probably understand your perspective and understand why you wrote it that way, but she's still disappointed in you.
So you got A for achievement and E for effort, as you could do better if you tried and
Well-
tried.
Okay, no, from what she's saying, I got like a C for effort. But, that's her opinion. This still works, and it works for me.
A for theory,
Okay.
C for
Well,
A for the understanding, C for the actual creation of the text.
well, the thing is, if it is that colloquial, I've actually written it for me more than anyone else.
Yeah.
It's my book and I'll write it the way I want to.
Well, flicking through the book, it does make far more sense to you than everything else you've read so far on the craft.
It was like, yeah, now this guy knows what he's talking about.
I get this.
What's really interesting about Shizio is Seika and every other one of them doesn't really have any truck with magic.
Yeah.
And she can't really use magic.
Yeah.
She's just purely theoretically interested in it.
It's very fine.
This is the persona I wasn't expecting to use much.
Okay, so does Llewell follow the guidelines to create a portal?
Yes, I will. With care. A lot of it.
Okay, give me a caster check. You can add your
Someone else with all, please?
you can add your portal circle to the check as well.
The AI thing I use.
So did someone? Did you need someone to roll the
d20? So it'll be
d20?
interesting to see what titles it gives this one.
Yeah. So this is a... where are we?
Caster check.
Yeah. So occult, which is both expertise dice and advantage.
So
And if I'm at a portalology to that, it's 14 with expertise dice and advantage.
What expertise dice? Just one?
Is this a ritual that I'm doing with it?
it is a ritual, yes.
It is a ritual. Okay, so I'm using a D6 for the what's it?
But with Beam Portal, it upgrades to a D8.
Actually, yes. If I'm,
So
Yeah.
18 and a 4 on the dice.
yeah, that's rolled with advantage.
Yep. I rolled a 12 and a 4, 12 and an 18.
So 18 plus 4 plus his 14 would be 36.
Okay, so yes, you have no problem opening this portal. The portal looks like a door with your family crest on it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Shizio is just remembering that they should have asked the scholar what the problem was, but too late. She was distracted.
And at the end of the ritual, the door opens.
Is it like a shimmering entranceway, or do we see
What's
anything
it
from the
look
door?
like? Yeah. And what do we see on the other side?
Okay, on the other side, it looks like it is a fairly extensive mansion.
What style?
I'd probably say Renaissance style.
Okay. So let's go in. And what else is around? Is it in woodland or anything like that?
You're still in the small town that you came across,
Oh, okay.
and it's just basically appeared on the side of a wall of a building.
So the door has effectively.
Yeah.
The building sort of appeared.
Shizio's through the entranceway. I step through the portal as soon as I can.
Did anyone not step through the portal?
All the good fun stuff.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
No, I think we'll go through.
Yeah.
I trusted it had his family symbol on it, but I gotta trust that, I suppose. That was probably the worst thing I could say.
She's in explorer research mode.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm following to make sure she doesn't get in trouble.
I'm sort of always like that.
She's like a scent hound with a smell.
Okay, as you
I think she's
step
going to
through,
long for years.
you notice that there is no portal back,
Of course not.
and that you seem to be in the foyer of the mansion with passageways going either side and stairs going up, and many doors. But the thing that you notice the most is there are a lot of pictures on the walls. Some of them even featuring you guys in it.
Hey.
The most notable one that you see prominently across from the doorway is one that reminds you of Llewell if he was an old man.
So this is your demi-plane.
It said,
Looks like it.
if you need more information, please come find me. I think we found him.
You're the time person. Is this going to create a paradox?
Now we're fine.
Llewell meeting Llewell is fine?
Basically, as long as she doesn't do it, we're okay.
Is that true?
That's my
That doesn't seem right.
That's the answer I can give. This is my answer.
And looking at the plaque on it, it has in memory of.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Right. I'm hoping that's because I've ascended rather than I'm dead.
Tomato, tomato.
Does he have pictures of all of Seika's different forms, or just one?
He has one picture that has all of Seika's forms in it.
Cool. But Rakesh wouldn't know that this is all Seika.
Yes.
Yeah, just there's 5 female elves in the same picture.
Each doing different activities.
Right.
Well, they'll be appropriate to the character, so fair.
There is a rather regal one of Calcrix before some sort of gathering.
How big does she look?
Hard to tell because there's only dragons in the picture.
Do I squint really hard and
Is it-
see
is it the daughter?
tiny humans?
And my hungry father Pat's just somewhere in the background being unobtrusive.
So, nice regal photo of Calcrix. Very nice, very nice. Well, photo, yeah, painting. Whatever you want to call it.
There is one of Father Pat with his family.
Does he have his leg?
Except it's not of the older Father Pat, it's him as a child.
So I do have my leg.
Interesting.
I wasn't born with only one leg, you know.
Some people are. You don't want to ask questions.
We know how he lost his
I
leg.
don't want to be rude.
Unless that's just his tale he tells everyone.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
No, I have 2 legs.
I do know somebody in real life that was only born with one arm. So.
Oh, I know people with, that, but
It was called thalidomide.
Oh, that would be bad.
Yeah.
And I knew a couple of people who actually were
Affected by that, yeah.
affected by it.
Yeah.
There is one of Drachnamar on a battlefield with just dead bodies everywhere.
Interesting.
That sounds a bit nightmarish.
That's almost where we have to ask Dracna how he feels about that when he comes back.
I'm sure that all the bodies of ex-ante or before was at this time.
is there Lani on the throne of Arendi, both the king and the queen one? It's a painting. You could
Hopping
have
between
2 portraits. You could have a portrait of one and then put you in the second one.
It's a picture of me holding a picture of me going, hey!
Picture of you holding a picture of you holding a picture of you.
And is there a picture of Rakesh? Because that's going to give us some information.
I'd be very curious about a picture of Rakesh.
You do think there would be some here, but it doesn't seem prominent in this hallway. Much like there's not a prominent one of Lani in this hallway.
Fair enough. Hey, that means we can get our own hallway. Oh, yeah. That's how cool we are.
Though there are quite a few elves you don't recognize.
Yeah. I would, based off of that old picture, I'm gonna guess there was probably a lot more elves and people in his life that came along at different points.
How many of my present family are shown?
You can see what appears to be about 30 or 40 different hulls with your name.
Okay.
Any of us riding our animals?
Our animals are back in the village.
No, in the pictures.
Not in the pictures, no.
That's right. Yeah. No, I knew we were riding our animals.
I think we
I'm
borrowed
already
them.
followed this bit.
You mean I can't take my marsupial lion back?
I don't think so. Yeah.
But hey, when you can live for close to 800 years to get that old,
Yeah.
you can have quite a few kids.
Yes.
This is what. See, Hildren has the problem of she'll live that old. Rune won't.
Yep.
So she's trying to. They're coming up with a solution that'll allow him to continue.
Yep. Okay, so like we're in this foyer, we're looking around at all the
Yeah.
photos and
Things that aren't
stuff. Any? I mean, we kind of look to Llewell and be like, "Hey, this is your place." Not to be rude or anything, but any indication as to where you might potentially place
Library.
a study or a library or something.
That's a really good start.
If
Let's
you were
go
to
there.
design your dream home, which way would it go?
If it takes much longer, she's just going to start opening doors.
Okay, I'm going to give Llewell an insight roll at this stage.
Yep. Can someone do me a D20 roll, please?
I'm going to keep going with the Essex dice because it's currently rolling well. Nat 20.
Oh, I have no problem with that whatsoever.
Okay, so as you're looking at it, you believe this is more designed along your wife's ideals than your own.
She got the last word.
I would hope that you loved your wife enough that you listened to her designs.
Yeah, I have no problem with her making a decision on what the house looks like. Because I don't really care a hell of a lot as long as it's nice. She's making the decision. I got no problem with it.
Sounds like a typical husband.
Yeah,
Whatever.
come on, if as long as I've got a weatherproof box in which I can put my stuff, does it really matter?
Oh god, this sounds like a husband thing to say.
Yeah, and
Yeah, sounds accurate. So, yeah.
Okay, so as you look up and down the hallway, you do see one that is clearly marked as a library. Looking along the length, you see library, exercise, study, kitchen.
Lani is not in the kitchen.
I can't.
Dining.
You don't want
And
me in any of these rooms.
arboretum. So which one do you head towards?
I mean, if nobody is holding her back, Shizio is at the library door.
definitely the library. I'd love to go into the arboretum. Actually, if you're going to go to the library, I'll go to the arboretum first and then join you in the library.
Oh, the pet will go to the exercise room if he's there.
Okay, so
You want to strap your leg?
That depends.
Given who and what my wife is, if she's left something for me here, if she's left a message or whatever, it's going to be in the arboretum. She's a druid.
Lani?
No, I know Llewell's wife. I would trust wherever Llewell feels instinctually where to go.
okay, so your character goes to the library.
Yep. That was happening no matter what. She can teleport.
Okay, so also as you walk in, you see that this seems to be a fairly well-stocked library on Arcana natural science, religion, astrology, and planar travel. With a small section on poetry, mythology, and folk tales.
I missed half of that, but ETC with small literary
So the main sections
section.
are Arcana, natural science, religion, astrology, and planar travel.
Astrology or astronomy?
Specifically astrology. You never said it was Llewell's library.
Yep.
Okay, so Llewell. Next we'll do Father Pat in the exercise room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in the exercise room you do see it is a fairly decent combat yard
Mm-hmm.
with a wall holding various weapons.
Right.
Each of them look well used and seem to have a sort of faint green shimmer to them.
Okay, so going up without touching, looking, so shimmering as in they're not quite there, they're sort of slightly out of phase or something
You
like
can
that?
sort of feel your fingers warm as they get close to them.
So magic weapons.
So looking at one. So say
Llewell might be able to tell you why, but your character wasn't around when they first came
so I'm
across
just saying,
these.
look, I'm not actually touching them. I am examining them closely. Is there anything written on the hafts or the blades or anything like that? Not that I can read anyway.
They don't have any special runes. They look fairly well made, but well used.
Right. I've learnt long
Is it
ago
the sort
not
of
to touch,
green
so-
light we saw when we returned to Llewell's place? Llewell's village where his sister was taking over?
Not quite that, but
Alright.
um, it does remind you if you were there.
If I was there.
Okay, so and the rest of them who are heading to the Arboretum, where would Calcrix follow off to? We had one of them go off to the library, one of them go off to the exercise yard, but the others saying they'll follow Llewell to the Arboretum.
I'll just follow on with everyone else.
Okay, so heading into the Arboretum, you see a fairly extensive garden. Seems to be the biggest room by far. With trees, plants, flowers, wall hanging, and an open area looking out into what appears to be just mists. And you can hear some giggling.
Okay, that's not me. I didn't do that.
You also see two drift globes moving slowly through the room.
Okay. Do I recognize that giggle?
You do think it sounds like a fairy dragon. Or, to be more precise, two fairy dragons.
I will then greet them appropriately.
Okay, so you do hear a surprise from the two dragons. didn't expect someone to actually pay attention to them. As you see two tiny sets of eyes looking at you from the treetops.
Greetings, hello. Welcome to my house. Or potentially, hi, I'm back. One of those.
One of them does say you look familiar, and the other one says, "Hey, you're dead."
I'm not dead yet.
Stop! Wait! Whack!
It says, "But you died before they built this place."
Ah.
So this is a memorial to me. Or some of the pictures are anyway. But I'm not dead now. This place was built in my present, in my future. Because it was made long enough ago. It was before I was born.
You see, you sort of get some silence from them as they don't seem to understand.
I'm very I'm very confused.
Welcome to my life.
Timey-wimey, squiggly wiggly stuff.
Wiggly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yeah, that.
They do say you should seek out the mistress whenever she gets back.
And how long is that likely to be? And is there anything been left directly for me to find or get?
Well, one of them does say the rift globe on the left has your skull in it.
Have you got some explaining to do?
What does the one on the right have?
It would be... My sister would love it if I turned up and said, "Here's my skull."
Your sister would love that present.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
come on, this is the sister who gave me the skull of one of her exes as a spell book. She'd love an actual skull of mine. Of course, it's a bit worrying that there's my skull there because
Why is it off of your body?
it's definitely macabre and it's a little worrying.
How many
Heads.
heads does he have?
Yes, because
One less.
technically
You get the
can
feeling
only
Rakesh stoned
give
out a
her
while
your
ago.
skull if you don't have it right now.
Oh, Llewell is apparently dead at the time that we've entered the mansion.
Or you're not using it.
Different.
Or ascended.
This is future.
But Fairy Dragon did say dead.
And not just dead, though my skull is in one of those gift globes.
Mm-hmm.
And
I still don't know what's
it
in the other one.
would be entirely possible for one of my sister to have used my skull to make it.
Again,
You-
any
you
other
said-
character would have stayed with
I was gonna
Llewell
say,
and
your
be
sister
enjoying this
possibly-
immensely.
Your sister possibly could have given it to your wife as a remembrance.
It was a drift on
It
you
drifts
shake it
with
to his
her.
eyes while he's flicking.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Look, here, he's always going to be able to read over your shoulder.
True love.
Right.
It does say that your wife's in the other one.
Well, then who's the
Right.
mistress?
Daughter.
So,
Could be oldest daughter.
who
youngest
lives
daughter,
here apart from you
granddaughter.
two?
Who created it?
Ooh, did.
They say no one lives here now.
Right.
But-
Cool. So I'll use it
Hold on.
because it would have
Hold
been
on.
me to use.
They just said no one lives here. That didn't answer the question. There could be somebody dead who's here.
Well, they're already too dead that you know are here.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, at least their
Well,
skulls are.
who resides here apart from you two? Because if I found out that both of us are demi-leeches,
Gonna have to have some serious talk about your future plans with your wife.
Exactly.
I know I said until death do us part, but
Come on!
I think I meant it that way.
They say no one's been here for quite some time.
Quite some time is how many, duration is a bit of an issue for you guys, isn't it?
There is no clerks here.
No. Is there anything that's been placed into this building or into this house that has been placed for me to look at that you know about?
Your skull.
Well, they say nothing your skull's not already looked at.
Okay, if my skull has been looking at things, it's doing it, presumably under its own direction.
Well, you've never known drift globes to move on their own. And these
No,
have been moving around the room.
Yeah, they're meant to follow people. I actually thought the drift globes were following the fairy dragons, but if they're moving on their own, they're probably over here looking at me going, I address the drift globes. This is really weird. I address the drift globes and ask, is there any item, place, or part of this house that I need to look at? Please. This is still beyond weird.
Okay, so one of them turns and projects an image on the wall, which seems to be a memory of your wedding.
One of your drift globes turns and projects in.
Okay.
Not one of the drag.
I inspect the image with care, looking for details that would be useful. Also, I'm particularly interested in the image as an image.
Hold on. It said it
Particularly,
projected a
particularly,
memory.
sorry,
Is it
particularly if there's anyone in the image that I don't remember being there.
is it an image or is it a video memory?
It's a video memory.
Yeah. So more like an actual memory. So I guess that his original question is there anybody in it that he doesn't remember being there?
Okay, so you didn't remember Lani and Druzzle being at the wedding?
Yeah, why would I miss that? Of course I'm going to go back and see that.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I can fully see both of them turning up to my wedding because they can.
And you do see Eep running across one of the tabletops.
What are they chasing?
You're not sure, but whatever it is disappears very quickly.
One of the fairy dragons who's currently
Right.
Sure, Hawkrix is definitely trying to keep in line right now with fairy dragons.
I'm not sure. Don't know that Eep actually came.
No,
here
Eep didn't
with us.
come. That's right. Eep couldn't go to the Hollow World, from what I remember.
Nope. You couldn't go to the Hollow World.
Yeah.
None of our familiars or companions could.
Yep.
I can't remember anything about the previous sessions.
It's okay.
And you also see a pile of books that you don't remember getting. And you realise that the perspective you're seeing is not the perspective you saw.
So it.
Is that her memory?
Her memory.
No, that's somebody else. It is her memory.
Mhm.
Someone gifted a bunch of books. Can I see what those books are?
One of
Very
them
much.
is the book you used to get here.
Okay. There has been lots of timey-wimey stuff.
And you realise that one of the elderly guests that looked like it was part of the family was probably you.
How can he attend his own wedding?
The same way that Lonnie and Drazzle are there. Tiny whiny stuff.
Unless you went late for your own funeral.
Okay. This is entirely successfully making my brain hurt.
Meanwhile,
Well, hey, it's what it's meant to. Well, yeah, I can't make out any of the other books.
The other books seem to be more detailed examinations into time travel, into portals and their dangers.
Yeah.
And there is one book that seems to be simply titled The Master.
Okay. That's.
And what was that?
I point at that one
Patrick's
and say, "Is that in our library?"
What was that, Ariadne?
I was waiting for an appropriate point to say, well, this memory and everything explained Calvix will wander off and check out the other rest of the house.
Okay.
Oh shit, I'm still in the exercise room.
I'd like to read about the Master.
Okay, so you have to find that book, because that's a memory.
So,
That's where Calvix wanders off.
Oh.
Pretty sure that book's not going to be in the library.
But there are stairs up.
from the Arboretum?
Well, no, from the
Foyer.
main entryway.
Okay.
I'll go up.
Calvix will probably head up too if that's the most obvious route to go.
Well, that's the only place you guys haven't been so far.
well, we haven't been in the dining room or the study.
Well, as in the...
We are eventually going to look around everywhere, but that's a place to start.
okay,
Yeah, we
so...
haven't been study, kitchen, dining room.
As the two of you go upstairs, you do see one of two rooms either side. One seems to be a laboratory.
Definitely interested, but I'll leave that for later.
And the next one is trophy room.
Is what, sorry?
Trophy room.
Ooh, okay, definitely look in there.
I'm hoping trophy cups, not trophy dead animals.
And what was your question, Ariadne?
Have I figured out if the orb works here?
Which wall was that?
Her orb with the true sight.
It does work here.
She will be looking around everywhere through the orb because even if Llewell didn't build this place, someone with magic did. There'll be secret doors and secret hiding holes, I'm sure.
Okay. And I'm assuming Lani goes and checks in on the others.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just making sure that people aren't dying.
I was going to say die.
So you check in and you see Father Pat examining a bunch of Shadow Elf weapons.
Yup. That's where I will tell him, like, hey, those are Shadow Elf weapons.
They're
They're
what
pretty sick.
Weapons of the elves that don't really exist,
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
as most people say, because they are like the boogeymen of the elven culture.
Are they particularly good quality weapons, or they?
Yeah, they're good.
They don't use magic, as far as you know.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
tech-based.
They're tech weapons, and some of them get a bit interesting.
And they use radiation. So imagine like you're got daggers with powered by uranium.
You're getting very tempted to touch one of these and see if you can take one off the wall. We've not quite.
So you know that heat you're feeling? That's the
Radiation.
Or do I feel tingly pain type heat? As in, this is a
No,
warning?
depending on how close you get.
Warm.
You feel warm first before you feel pain.
Well, I've got reasonably close. If I get close enough to read them, I'm obviously assuming I've got.
If you get close enough to
Yeah.
touch your hand will block it.
Right.
I would stay away from those unless you want me to have to regenerate your some of your body parts, and I can't do that until next level.
No, well, I did say I was reading them. Obviously, I wasn't within danger.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, don't hang around them. Those things are dangerous to be near.
well, okay. In that case, I'll move on. If it's warned to me that if I can ascertain they're a threat, I'm not hanging around them.
And in the library, Sizio comes across books that haven't been written yet.
Oh, she's got a pile of books that are obviously the red pile, and a bigger pile of books that's the to read pile. And you'll notice a couple of the poetry books and folktale books, but the majority of it is everything else. But she's acknowledging that the other personalities would like a look at the other stuff.
Okay, so has she paid attention to the books that haven't been written yet?
Yes, she's paying attention to everything.
Okay. When Lani sees Sizio,
Yeah.
you can actually see parts of Sizio starting to burn away in the images,
Ooh, okay.
which is normally a warning that someone has broken the flow of time.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna maybe look at the books that haven't been written yet, maybe, or if I can pick those ones out.
Well, you see she's already gone through a pile of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick out the other ones that she hasn't gotten to yet, and I'm just going to tell her, you can't read these yet.
But I can.
No.
I can read them. They're there.
You can physically read them.
You
can't
shouldn't read
safely
them.
read them.
You can physically read them.
Well, yes, I can physically read them. I've read this pile.
And you do know that
Why?
technically she's now incurred the wrath of the
Time
of the temporal
Yes.
police.
So this is a big no-no. And
Is this where Lani employs her specialist of memory loss spell? Hit with big stick.
that's my
That
best
is
spell
one of
I've got.
the few solutions that works in stopping them, is removing the memories that someone has had, as long as no one else remembers.
That I had the memories.
that you have.
No one knows what those memories were.
Yeah, so as long as I don't know what your memories are of what you have read, as long as I can take your memories away, then we're good. Okay, so
I don't know how she'd know what the difference is between a book that's not written and a book she just hasn't encountered yet.
Well, you haven't dealt with the implications of time paradoxes.
No.
Yes.
But this is what I'm saying. There
yeah, no,
is
that's the
no
thing. Is like you wouldn't know.
context for her.
You wouldn't have known about being in an extra dimensional plane like this, and that
being
we are
concerned about
outside of
books that haven't
any
been written
different
yet?
time. Yes.
So she's looking at you, waiting for an explanation.
Of note, you realize she's also read a book she wrote in the future.
A book that she has written in the future. That's where from what I know, I can say, I will tell you, the Time Spiders are Time Spiders.
I've heard you mention them before.
Don't read these because Time Spiders.
But I've read these.
Yeah. Sorry.
Can we call them spiders?
This
Time
is
paradox erasers.
get.
Look, we could call them time rats maybe, or I don't know, time other things. But certain people with arachnophobia really don't like having the image of a spider evoked.
So the Enforcers of Time.
Enforcers of Time are not happy when things that have not been written have been read.
So some of these haven't been written yet.
No, not to you.
I did think that one by me was weird.
It completely changed your thinking and how.
Oh
to
yeah,
think about
it was completely logical, mind blowing.
Don't tell me anything about it.
So what do we do?
I can smack you on the head.
I was gonna say, do I know my skills well enough that I know that I will take her memories away?
Yes, but you can't guarantee how much of her memories go with it.
Yeah, no, that's a problem.
It's like, what's your name?
Yeah, exactly.
And even as Seika, my character is very information and memory based.
Yeah, exactly. So this is probably where I would.
Okay, so we're thinking memory erasure stuff.
Yes.
Do I have any knowledge of anything that might help with memory erasure?
There's quite a few things, but you've normally trained in how to circumvent them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My job is to get me
Is
information.
to get around it. Yeah.
So yes, you have this broad knowledge of memory erasing and how to avoid it.
Is there any that I can actively choose not to avoid?
Well, you've never been trained to allow it to happen. Because that's completely against your...
Everything that is me.
It is completely.
And forbidden knowledge is so much more sweeter than every other sort of knowledge.
Yeah, no, it's exactly what I'm after. That's literally what Shizio is about, going into research scholar sort of academic spaces and getting the forbidden knowledge.
Lonnie, I've got another recommendation that does not require a big hitty thing.
Yes.
I bought a number of sacks of sacks. You pull out one of those sacks. One of those sacks might fit a person in it momentarily, or at least go work as a blindfold. You could at least carry her away. That's just baklava.
It,
Would you like two pieces?
Thank you very much.
How
I couldn't
many?
find it. I thought I'd lost the baklava.
How many future books are in the
They won't
red
all have been future
pile?
books.
About 3 or 4.
About 3 or 4.
I'm going to have to make a move, guys.
No worries.
I'm going to make a move.
Thank you for making tonight.
No worries. Thank you for running it. So I'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
All things being equal.
See you then.
You do realise now, though, this is the point where Violet Cat gets to do something really interesting and possibly deadly.
Touch the radioactive.
No, he's not touching it. He's learnt not to touch them.
Lonnie gave you the red. It was like, oh yeah, no, those are shadow elements. Don't touch those. Okay, so Lonnie's checking in on this. There's about 3 or 4 things where we're like, okay, that in
later,
particular, you don't remember that. This is where I'm gonna just full on gaslight her that she doesn't remember.
I mean, can
No, I'm not.
can they tell?
Yes. I'm not saying anything.
Well, they always act on someone who's going to subvert time.
Yeah. So all of that information, you cannot act on it in any way, potentially, if you don't want things to go wrong.
I have a massive amount of control of my brain. Can I just, store it away somewhere where I'm not going to be able to access it?
Well, it is a mind-blowing change of perspective.
I definitely think that we should be doing some mind pew-pews.
But the idea of losing everything, and as Martin said, I'm trained in avoiding those things.
I really need one of those Men in Black loops. That's what I'm getting.
That would make someone like you so much more powerful.
I think this is probably something that Lottie thinks that she now needs.
And now you know why Drezel has gone through so many lifetimes.
Yeah.
If you mention this, then Lani, then Shizio probably goes, "Oh, I read something about that," and starts designing one for you.
there is a forget from the spell, so it does exactly that.
Yeah. So,
And we can't call in Drazzle.
no,
No.
unfortunately not. He would still be presently busy for us.
So apparently he set a few things up.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
So apparently, like, I know this type of memory erasure and this type of memory erasure, but I can get that. I was trained in that, how to get around that when I was 15.
I don't think I've got a memory wipe spell, but I do have a memory altering spell scroll.
Mm-hmm. Remember you getting one at one stage.
Yes, but I can't remember how it alters memory. I know it is in case it was to save Drazzle from burning his hands black. So it was in case the group found out something that they shouldn't know. I can't remember what the actual spell is. Just that she had a scroll. I don't know if she's brought it before. She probably has. She has everything, but I don't even know if it would work.
I mean, I know spells that do that.
There are quite a few spells that would do that. The only spell you can guarantee would work would be one that could take you back to before she read the books.
Yeah, so is this where I kind of almost want to check my time scythe and see if I can just kind of...
You want to intentionally use it?
Yes, I feel like I have to. I want to intentionally use the scythe to go back to when we kind of split off, and I will choose to go with Suzuo this time to allow her to still explore said books, but figure out the future books and make sure that they do not go into the red pile.
Okay, so as you're pulling it out, you see Father Pat collapse due to being so close to the weapons for so long.
Because I did get to read an entire pile of books while he was studying weapons.
You did, yes. Okay, because I didn't stop him because of that. That is probably where
Very Groundhog Day.
I'll probably realize that mistake, and maybe dip my head out the thing, making sure what book she has, dipping my head out and calling out to probably Rakesh and be like,
I've got potions.
Please
that
go.
will help for hopefully.
Yeah,
So that
he'll be
there's a
fine.
supreme restorative potion
Yeah.
that hopefully will
He'll
Help.
be fine. I'll just like, hey Rakesh, go to the thing. I think Father Pat went in there, and
He needs to get out.
please go help him.
No, get him out. You have to be clear about
Yes.
what helping him will be.
No, I can't.
You've not
I can't say that.
Go upstairs with me.
Well,
Because
she's,
this is
she's talking
before-
about rewinding time to
Oh,
stop
okay.
I rewound
to
time.
stop the books being read, which means you don't have to erase the memory.
Carefully looking, and as I pick up a book, going, nope.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, not that one.
She's pulled out the
Yeah,
time
I have to
stone.
restore spells so you can save the potion.
She was pulling out her time save to see if she could wind back time, at which point she does get to make a
I was
history check, because it's going to be a history check for you to mess with time.
Okay.
That's what I was going to say. What happens?
It was 18.
19, okay. So yes, you managed to go back to as you went to the mansion. But in doing so, you have lost, or you've expended 2 of your hit dice.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Meaning, she only, at every 8 hours rest, she can get back half her hit dice. And she can use her hit dice to heal and do other things.
So
Which
she
we rarely
has
do.
6 and she now has 4.
She would have 13, and now she would have less.
11.
Is that permanent drop?
You don't know. She's never intentionally tried to do stuff.
That is the first time I've intentionally tried to do stuff.
Normally she's reactively done stuff.
Yep.
We learned something.
I'm learning.
And you do notice that you have got cracks all up one of your arms.
Aw. Dang. Okay.
And you know Drizzle doesn't like turning back time.
Yeah, no, there's a reason why he doesn't like it.
It will heal. We know this.
I wouldn't say that lightly. Drizzle's blackened and weakened hand.
Oh, I know. I'm not really I'm not taking it lightly. It was a trap I walked into. I am very appreciative of Lani taking the damage and taking the hit to rewind time so that I'm not hunted by the time police.
Critically, I just meant those cracks might not heal whatsoever.
Drazzle's did, but it was Drazzle said his would heal. It would just take time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't intend that.
No, that's
But they're the
funny.
sort of things he would say because he doesn't say things straight.
Yeah, no, he would say that.
It's a good lesson in one sense because Lani doesn't know what would happen. Now she does.
And if she goes back too often,
Or too, I would think too long, too often, or use it too much, then it's, yeah.
So does Rakesh go in and get Father Pat away from
All
her?
right.
at
So,
this stage she hasn't even walked into the room. So.
well, I want to run in 40 foot,
Mm-hmm.
grab him, and run out.
Mm-hmm.
But Lani's turned back time, so it's not even happened. We're only just walking into the mansion now.
So she could simply say, "Don't let him into the weapons room."
Okay.
She has to
Yeah.
tell people where they can and can't, and
Yeah.
what they can and can't do now.
That's where, if I see him going, I would maybe say to Rakesh, you can go with them, don't touch anything
Yes.
in there. And that's where
don't
I'm
get close to anything in there.
don't get close and don't touch anything in there. I know Llewell's family. And then that's where I said, and I felt, because I know you're
I'm going there no matter what.
dead beeline, and I'm just gonna go do that. So I let Llewell and Calcrix go to the
Arboretum.
Arboretum, and then go from there as normal.
And what does Calcrix do?
Calcrix has experienced Drizzle turning back time. We should pick up the something's happened.
Calcrix,
Yep.
yeah, Calcrix would know.
It's obvious to you,
I'll-
especially considering Lani's telling things to happen.
Yeah, Lani's saying, do this, don't do that.
That's where I'm giving advice to people. That's where Calcrix is very clear.
Calcrix will instead suggest, perhaps maybe then we should stick all together as one group. That way, we won't have to have a repeat of this experience ever again.
What experience?
The experience where we repeatedly split off without telling each other and we get lost.
But we do that a lot.
We do, and we've talked about trying to change our ways and work as a unified unit. And I feel
There's a library.
this being Llewell's house, we should respect him and
Llewell,
stay
can I go to the library?
with him. Calcrix will give Llewell a meaningful look.
I mean, why don't you just tell her that Lani's turned it back time and she can't go into the library, otherwise things will go bad.
Because that gets to be Lani's decision, whereas Calcrix is just trying to support her by
Calcrix only knows
suggesting
something
they
went
stay
wrong.
together we stay together as a group.
But there's a library, that's where knowledge is. If we want to find out something, it should be there.
Right now,
We will explore the library when we have time.
we've only just
Okay.
arrived. We should at least find out who the householder is here, instead of just, if this was your house and people just arrived here suddenly, would you want them to walk all over your house before checking in with you?
I have a house.
Say you did.
I've never really had a problem walking into people's houses.
Let's put it this way as a learning method for yourself. When you walk into people's houses normally, it is considered etiquette to greet the person who owns the house and seek their permission.
I mean,
Lots-
we didn't get permission to come in through the portal.
Lots of houses, like anywhere on my land, have traps that will kill you. Unless you come and let me know that you're a friend and you're exploring my house, in which case I could make sure that those traps aren't going to kill you. So
The problem that the problem that Shizio's having right now is you're talking down to her a little bit, which she really doesn't like.
She doesn't mean
And
to talk
No,
down
no,
to you.
but Shizio is prickly on this. And B, you're talking to a thief who is skilled and has decades worth of breaking in and avoiding traps and magical traps and physical traps and all of these things.
And you're 14 years old.
This is
13,
technically.
There you go.
This is where Lonnie's just going to back up Calcrix, and I'm going to reassure you. Books will be involved.
Okay. If there's another source of information, I'm happy to follow that.
Books will be involved.
I mean, I still want to know why I can't go to the library now, but I will accept that there is a process we need to go through for this particular research.
Okay, so you end up going through the wedding ceremony, the fact that there are
Hey, look, there's books involved.
books involved.
Whoa, look at me. I'm a prophecy maker.
And you know these books weren't in the library that you found.
That's why I didn't
Read
say that.
previously.
That's why I didn't say we're going to find books in the library. I said books are involved.
Writing a note.
Mm.
It's a letter to Zala at Outred.
Mm.
It's a very accurate portrait.
Of Shizio.
And it says, this person seems to think that everywhere is somewhere that they can steal stuff. If she visits,
I
we're gonna have
wasn't
to
going to
put her in a
steal
little
anything.
mouse
I was
ball.
just going to read the books.
Technically, it's stealing knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but you wouldn't even notice. I just read the books.
You pointed out that you were a thief. And
I am.
Because you're a thief.
My entire... But
This is
Sake is a
my
thief,
player.
too.
Oh, this is Calcrix
This is
writing a
me as a
private note.
player.
Yeah.
Calcrix is writing a personal note that you can't see
No.
that warns the person who manages Mount Dread that should we visit and should this person who looks like this picture
Then you should
come,
probably draw the other forms of Saker as well.
Yes.
she Dal already knows about the character. We've been partying for a while. She's just adding a little note of security, and the note is along the lines of, we need to keep an eye out because she doesn't observe normal etiquette and rituals because of her background, and we don't want her to accidentally kill herself.
I mean, again, any other character would. Shizio, any of my other personalities
That's
would
why
because
there's
etiquette.
a picture of this character, because she's envisioning a place where you come to Mount Dread and you walk into a room and you die, and Calcrix can't turn back time, and she's like, I really don't want her to die, but I also want to make sure that she's not going to go, I can't just turn off all my protection, so I'm just going to warn Vala that if you turn up at any point, I need to just make sure you don't go into some of the death rooms.
Probably, yeah.
That's
Normally she wouldn't. Normally she doesn't care about the
It's-
rest of the world. It's just that she's in investigation research mode.
It's not meant to be talking down. If my tone as a person and a player is talking down, it's not how it is meant. It was just meant to support Lani. And now she's just making a mental note of things I didn't think of when I bring the party home. I've got a few death rooms. I should make sure that none of them wander into it.
I like the.
I'm just trying to think if any of the other ones would see it as a challenge, but probably not.
I like the idea of having death rooms.
She's not advertising that. She's got a bunch of Tiamets and Bahamut's shit, as well as shit that she's collected from tombs. Those rooms are rooms that you can just walk into.
Big,
What about like death room for funsies?
That's Eep's room and Eep's play
I
area.
don't want to go.
Yeah, no, she wouldn't go into Eep's
I
room.
don't want to go into Eve's
Even
playroom.
Shizio knows better than that.
Yeah, don't go into Eve's playroom.
So yeah, it's not meant to be like a punishing letter or anything like. It's just
Oh,
more
no.
like
Hey,
shit I
just be
should
aware.
think of
Yeah.
for when people.
All of the
visit.
others are socially clued in. It's think of Shizio as highly ASD.
As I
fully
said,
engaged in research and magic and artifacts and all of that sort of stuff.
it's more precautionary because she's like, I've learned something about people. Not all people follow the same rules that.
Not socially
So she's
aware
like,
in any way, shape, or form.
I need to keep track of that stuff.
Okay. So as you continue on and head upstairs as planned in the alternate time, and heading to the trophy room,
Yes. Yep.
stepping inside, you see a lot of things that you remember.
Okay.
There is a little model ship that reminds you of the flying ship that Lani used in the battle,
Cool. Cool. I like that.
even with little figures standing on them.
Is there a little Lonnie?
There is a little Lani.
Yes. Cool.
There is a statuette of E,
Cool.
but it always seems to be looking directly at whoever's looking at it.
One of those things.
Well, it's always facing, no matter which way you are.
Yeah.
I need this statue.
I know how to make these. It's a physical optical illusion
Well,
they
it's-
use at the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland.
And it's on a pedestal, so you can literally walk around and it's always facing you.
That just sounds like Eep. Is that why Eep is called that? Eep! Because it makes people go Eep!
No, that was all he could
Say.
say when
You
Alex
found.
first met you.
Yeah. I like that.
There is a crown sitting there that is broken.
Does it look like. Does it look like.
It looks very strange in design, not something you've seen before. Doesn't even remind you of the stuff you've been looking for. But Llewell recognizes it as the crown of the Shadow Lords.
It's cool.
Okay.
It's the one that was worn by the king. Well,
It being here is a little, well, more than interesting.
and it looks as if some sort of energy weapon had cut it in half.
What's an energy weapon?
Like there are a couple of D&D energy weapons that say something that does radiant, or does fire, or does cold.
Unlike
Oh,
Saber,
crown
whose
was-
fingers would be twitching, Shizio is just fine.
And you do note that the crown was technological before it was damaged.
Ah. Yeah. Normally I would try and contact my patron and ask about this, but this, I will, it might actually work from here.
And you do know that your that this crown is currently being worn. Just not this version of it.
That's not the one that's been halved.
Well, technically, it is the same one.
Oh yeah, just out of time.
And it is noted down that it happened 5 years in your future.
Only 5.
Mm-hmm.
The time police don't have a problem with this.
No.
Technically, yes. If he takes actions to change it.
Yes, which is why I'm not going to, because I don't want Time Stride or something underground.
So in game, if we accidentally change it somehow,
Then it will basically come after him without the ability to stop it.
Yeah, so it'll be if whatever changes from this thing existing here because we know that it exists here in this form than
Yeah.
time enforcers. But the
Whereas
fact that it exists here and that we're just perceiving it and we don't do anything to change the course of time for it to eventually end up here, then we're okay. Now, whereas reading knowledge that you shouldn't have that would perpetually change your whole action of how you move about the world, that makes
it's
time
very hard to
enforcers.
undo.
Okay, I have arguments for that, but I'm going to let it go.
Llewell's done time travel before.
Mm-hmm.
Shizio has not.
Oh, no, Shizio's, like, not really engaged, because, like, she's more interested in the fact that Lani suddenly took control and she was told to not do something. So she's more trying to figure out what's going on there. But Rhiannon has arguments for what we just talked about. But is
Lani
happy to
said
leave
something
it.
about and other people backed her up.
Yeah, no, Shizio's now
okay.
trying to figure it out. Lani is a puzzle.
It's up to Lani to explain that.
That's where, like, when things are appropriate and we're not busy doing things, Lonnie will allow herself to be asked all the questions by Studio. Mainly the whole, like, 6 months time wave. And
Oh, yeah, she's putting things together.
And then, like, now...
She knows about time magic.
And now going into a thing where Lonnie's like, don't go in the library. You should stay with us. There will be books involved.
Yeah, no, Shizio's putting this together, but she will have questions. Just like if she actually sees you flicker, you are going to have so many questions.
And so one of the of all the other trophies you see in the room, the only other thing that draws Llewell is a shattered sword.
Moonblade?
It is the moonblade he'd been carrying. It is broken into a lot of shards, laid out as if it was still whole, and he doesn't have any more runes on it than what he put on.
Mm.
Which means
And if it's in that condition, it implies that it is not fixable. Of course, it being an artifact, that's pretty well the definition of it's broken now. That's the end of it.
And the shape of it is back to what you remember before it was infused with Mazikeen stuff.
So it's a more standard elven design.
Well, it is
Just
the
thing.
it is the
Sorry,
original
just-
elven design.
Yeah. Just the side thing in the Discord chat, I put a picture I got of Coil. So
Very
very,
cool.
very good.
I do like the owl in the background, which is your familiar.
Yep. Made sure that was in there.
So yes, you have a feeling you may not be getting your sword back in one piece.
No. Well, for me anyway, at the moment, through my history, it's a symbol and a message, but for me it's not a weapon. Yeah.
It will give you an insight check while looking at it.
If someone could roll, please.
Did Insight have a 19?
You're rolling very well for
I was
a
gonna
DM.
say,
Rhiannon's
that
been
dice
rolling
is
well.
loving
Really
Llewell.
nice.
It doesn't usually like me this much, so...
Apparently it's his dice.
If you add an expertise dice, a die, and 11.
So 21 and 11 is 32.
Okay. That's another extraordinary roll. As you're looking at it, it does seem to have traces of the staff you're holding on it,
Okay.
as well as marks on the staff seem to reflect parts of the blade.
Right. This may be a result of what Gravel's doing right now. If it's not, yeah. This happens to it while I'm wearing it. Worrying.
And And the other thing you note with it is that there is blood seems to have been soaked into the blade itself.
Yeah, artifact blades do stuff like that.
Is there anything interesting about the blood?
Normally doesn't soak into weapons.
No, I mean, like,
Good question. Yeah, it is a good question.
no, my head goes, is it the Master's blood? How would we know that? Okay, he's Shadow Dragon, all of this sort of stuff. Has that had an impact on the colour, the...
Viscosity.
Well, it depends.
It's right.
It may be the cause of the blade shattering.
That's what I'm thinking. Is possible death blow to Master and explosion of sword.
Ideally.
Or Drezel.
Or that's the other thing, is I was hoping that it was the Master. I was hoping it wasn't Drazel.
It is a little bit Schrodinger's box.
Yeah, it both options
We don't-
came to mind.
The answer is we don't want to find out right now.
But yes, both options are crossed my mind.
Yeah, especially since if we find out right now, that may actually set it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, that's why we don't want to investigate it. Exactly.
I guess it was also more of a Rhiannon question than a Shizio, who's focused purely on Lani right now.
About how weird I'm being.
Yes. You don't act like this normally.
No, apparently I just kind of sit there.
You're not that authoritative.
Well,
And what was that area?
In this iteration of time, we did go to the Arboretum, is that
You
correct?
did, yes.
yes.
And we sat through the wedding memory, and
Yeah.
then we came upstairs to the trophy room.
Yep.
Yes.
We didn't look anywhere else along the way.
Not
You
yet.
did not, and you notice that beside the trophy room, on one of the doors leading out from it, is what appears to be the main bedroom of the place.
I was going to ask, is there a bedroom, and is there any indication of who resides here?
Well, the bedroom seems to have a memorial picture of Llewell's wife in it.
Okay, so, yeah.
Who
Makes
knows?
sense.
Maybe Lord died, she remarried, and now whoever that is has the house.
It could be their children have the house.
It could be.
Or their grandchildren.
Well, they said no one lives here,
Yeah.
but it could be that there is an undead person or something like that in the family.
We were sent here because there's trouble in a dimension.
And nobody told us what that trouble was.
Nope, we didn't ask.
'Cause
And we have yet to see a sign of trouble other than possibly the mists in the distance. But that could just be
there were two
Most-
demiplane.
fairy dragons, weren't there?
Yeah.
in this
Yep.
Arboretum?
And they were still there.
And they
I
said
was-
nobody has lived here for a long time.
Going to ask them more questions when we went to the Arboretum, but we skipped. So
And the pictures and memorabilia in the bedroom seem to say it was used by multiple people and had clutter of years.
Yep.
Llewell's insight into the design of stuff sort of says that the painting was done before the place was built.
Yep. So,
So, you wanted to finish early?
This would probably be a good point to do so because we
Yes.
just
It's still
hit
10:30.
the 10:30.
yep.
Yeah, so it's not that early.
We did start a
Well-
little late.
Yeah.
But
the initial idea when I originally posted was to just see how Martin went, and whether or not he would recover enough to run more regularly again. When I posted a week and a half ago, he wouldn't have been able to run this long. In fact, I think you finished before 10.
So, what happens to these
The buffalo
and
dog.
these?
We'll take them back to the
And we'll
kitchen.
put this on anchorage.
I can